of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
3, 2.
What up, though, Detroit? Welcome back for our Woodward Tigers live stream. My name is Anson Wells. I am joined by Spencer. Raxter.
Yes,
I always want
sir.
to call you Mo Rax
Hey,
because you
call
got
me
the
Mo
best
Rax.
nickname in the business, my friend.
Yeah, my dad actually gave it to me. It was my first email growing up as my AOL was Spenmorex. So,
I told myself today that I wasn't going to call you that, but I still did.
dude, go ahead. That's what everybody calls me.
We appreciate Birdie coming in today. We got Birdie in
Shout
the
out,
booth.
Birdie.
What's up, my man?
Yes, sir.
We also got our new ticker for you today, as you see it above our head, or my head here, so you get a chance to follow the score, follow strikes and balls and outs as we are giving you the play-by-play. Fortunately, we have our Tigers insider, Nick Kohloff, at the stadium. He's down at Comerica Park, and he's got a little bit something for us to kick the show off.
Key to doing so is Tarik Skubal dominating that Blue Jays lineup today. But the biggest storyline is his wife is currently pregnant and can have a kid at any time, and Tarik Skubal could be pulled from this game. So a big storyline to keep an eye on. That's why I'm staying away from Tarik Skubal in my best bet, and I'm going with the pitcher of the opposing team, Kevin Gausman, over 5.5 strikeouts is my best bet of the day. The Detroit Tigers strike out the 5th most in baseball as a team, and we know they've been struggling to hit. And that's where I want to go with my task for the Tigers of the day. To secure a win, it's get on the board early and let Tarik Skubal cook before them. Get that lead first and let Tarik Skubal cook. Nicholas Kohloff, Woodward Sports, going to have a packed show for you guys.
All right, so you guys heard it there. Originally, his prop bet included Tarik Skubal in the over 4Ks, but he's going to pull that one back. Tell you guys just to put your money on Kevin Gausman on the over for strikeouts. This Tigers team loves to strike out right now.
Yeah, they're swing happy. They're not showing a lot of discipline at the plate. That's been part of the reason why they've struggled, and they're losing these games. They need to focus in more at the plate, stop swinging at balls out of the zone, and hopefully that over doesn't hit for Kevin Gausman. But the way the Tigers have been playing lately, that's probably a safe bet.
And they are taking on the hottest team in baseball right now. The Blue Jays are just knocking the cover off the ball right now, led by Vlad Guerrero, Bo Bichette, and emerging rookie Addison Barger. They're 62-42, 2.5 games better than our Tigers, who sit now at 60-45, still with an 8-game lead over the Cleveland Guardians. But, you know, Spenny, the thing that really concerns me, and I think everybody's concerned, this is our stopper tonight in Skubal. The fact that he could leave at any moment in this game to go see the birth of his child, it's got to have Tigers fans concerned.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do there. Like, he's obviously going to have to leave if that happens. You just pray that Mama Scoobs can keep that little baby in before until he gets off the mound for real. But we need Skubal. This is you're playing the best team in baseball in the Toronto Blue Jays. You're slumping. You've been bad in your last 12 games. You need Skubal to go out there and go 9 scoreless with 13 strikeouts, kind of right the ship for the Detroit Tigers. That's what he's done for the past 2 years. That's why he's so good, is because you can book him as, all right, we've been bad, we're struggling. Skubal's on the mound. We can win this game. So hopefully he'll be able to pitch as long as he can, but family first, that's what's most important, obviously. So, but hopefully Mama Scoobs can keep the baby in until he gets at least 8 innings.
Yeah, no doubt. And unfortunately, the Tigers have not won since you were with us last Sunday for Skubal's last start. So I think all Tigers fans have had this game circled on their calendars, and it is a great evening to be down at the park. Comerica Park is jamming. There's some losing going on, but the Tigers fans are still in as we watch Skubal pound his mitt, getting the audience charged up and ready to go for this one. Are you concerned with this team right now, Spenny?
Yeah, I think you're stupid to say no. Like, you have to be concerned with this team. They've played terrible baseball for about 2 or 3 weeks now. So I don't think it's realistic to say you're not concerned with this team. Now, nobody's freaking out, like panicking, but they've been playing really bad baseball. They still do have the largest lead in a division in the MLB with 8 games. Cleveland lost to Kansas City today, so getting a win here would be huge, not only for momentum, but just to give yourself another game up on Cleveland.
Yeah, and there's a lot of hope right now. If you look at Tarik Skubal's numbers, after a loss, he's 6-1 this year. 1.69 ERA with a .73 whip, outstanding numbers, and he's limiting the bats of the opposition to 178 after a loss. So everything's lining up today for the Tigers to be able to pull this one out.
Yeah, he's your hoss, like we talk about. I'm going to say it a bunch of times. This is the best way to stop a losing streak or bad play is to get Tarik Skubal on the mound. So hopefully he can hopefully he's got his stuff going tonight, and the guys can give him a couple runs, because when he's out there, you're only going to need 2 or 3 runs at most to ensure yourself a victory. So hopefully they can get that for him, and hopefully he is able to pitch long and deep into this game. Pause.
And he will he'll be facing a stiff competition right here in the first, facing off leadoff Davis Schneider, followed up by George Springer, and then the prodigy Vlad Guerrero in third, and then Bo Bichette hitting cleanup. So hopefully he can get through this first inning clean. He won't even have to see Bo Bichette in the first.
That would be nice. Bo Bichette is tearing it up. The Blue Jays lineup is extremely hot, top to bottom right now. They're all swinging hot bats. So, Skubal's excited to get out there. He's a competitor. He's the horse. He wants to see the best team in baseball. He wants to see guys that are swinging hot bats, and so he can settle them down a little bit.
No doubt about it. George Springer really having a renaissance here. A guy
Broder struck out George Springer, by the way.
Who did?
Broder.
Oh, did he really?
In college, yeah.
Where was I know he pitched for Michigan. Who was it? Do you know who he played for?
I think Mississippi State. I'm not sure. Let me see.
Interesting. Well, we are just mere moments away from the first pitch here from Comerica Park. We appreciate everybody for joining us. Connecticut.
Yeah, I was way off.
Interesting.
I just assumed SEC.
Big shout out to our sponsor for today's show, Ven Johnson Law. We know the Tigers are going to be fighting to end the streak today. And if you want a fighter in your corner, you need to call Ven Johnson Law. So we heard some of the keys to this game from Nick. Do you agree? Is there a couple more things that you'd add in there?
No. I mean, Nick, he knows what he's talking about. He's the beat writer for a reason. Like, obviously, you can pick just about anybody in this Tigers lineup and say they need to step up. They need to do better than they have the past few games. Really, the only person who hasn't been swinging a poor bat is Spencer Torkelson. So hopefully he got another home run last night. Obviously, it didn't really matter, and it's kind of garbage time home run. But still, hopefully he can keep swinging that big bat. Riley Green, it's on him. My key of the game is Riley Green, because he is your star. He is your all-star. He's in the middle of your lineup. He needs to get some of the discipline back that he had at the beginning of the year. Now, I know he's been striking out a lot all year, but especially recently he's been swinging at bad pitches, and he can't keep doing that. Yeah,
and one of the things that we talked about a lot during last weekend's games was watching this team take some more pitches, get those pitch counts up high. And we haven't seen that over these last 12 games. In fact, we are in the basement in all major hitting categories in the entirety of the majors through this 12-game slide. We're also the worst in ERA. We're also the worst in WHIP. So something has to turn around here today. We think that we'll get it on the pitching side, but the bats got to heat up, Spencer.
Bats have to heat up. You can't win games if you don't score runs. I know it's crazy to think about, but you need, no matter how good Tarik Skubal is today, if the Tigers' bats aren't there, they're going to lose the game. So you need to get some guys on base. You need to stop swinging at everything and make some solid contact, find some gaps in the big alleys in Comerica Park, and get some runs home.
Yeah, you saw some of our best bets today. Make sure that you get onto that Caesars Sportsbook and get your bets in before this first pitch here in just a few moments. I'm looking and hearing all these things all around town right now, and I just think that Detroit fans have been starving for so long that it's kind of hard to stay balanced right now.
Yeah.
Stay grounded during this losing streak, because obviously it's a 162-game season. Teams lose. Teams go on losing streaks. I'm curious, though. I said this a month ago, and a lot of guys came after me. I look at this roster, and then I look at a 25-game record over 500, and I felt that they were playing over their head a little bit and that regression was coming. Do you think that what we've seen over this last 12-game stretch is more indicative of what the Tigers are or what we saw in the first half?
That's tough because I agree with you. This is not, when you look at this roster on paper, it's not a best team in baseball type roster, but I think you saw some declines coming for guys like Zach McKinstry and Javier Baez, but Riley Green's decline, not having Kerry Carpenter, Spencer Torkelson, the pitching staff completely falling apart. These aren't just declines that you saw coming as Tarik Skubal pumps in a first pitch fastball for a strike right there. You need to get better, though. You need to get better. Skubal quickly up 0-2. Love to see that.
Yeah,
Love
absolutely.
to see that.
Absolutely. 2
2 pitches, 2 strikes for Tarik Skubal. He's up 0-2 on Schneider in the leadoff hole. Let's see the 0-2 pitch here from Tarik Skubal. Ooh, tried to get him with a high fastball. 99 early. Throwing gas in the first inning.
Davis Schneider looking to start things off, set the table here for the Jays in the top of the first. 5th pitch sinker strikes him out. Skubal starts things off the way he left him on Sunday. How many think he can get today?
Strikeouts? I mean, is there really a limit? This guy's throwing 99 already in the first inning, so I think we're going to see double digits as long as he stays in the game for a good amount of time.
All right. George Springer, number 2 in the order, up to bat against Skubal, gets his sign, the delivery, and a high 97 heater gets by Springer's bat.
Skubal is gassing early in this one. You like to see it. He knows what's on the line. He knows they're struggling, and he's throwing hot in the first inning.
And he gets him looking at a slider there over the plate. You know, it's got to be a little inspiring when you know you got your little one on the way, and you got to put a nice night up the day your kid's born, right?
Absolutely. You got dad's strength flowing already.
Here's a shot to the first baseman. That will be handled easily for the second out of the inning.
You love to see it. You need guys to make plays. We've seen bad errors in the field for the Tigers. We saw a couple last night. Guys need to keep making solid plays in the field. That was a good one right there by Spencer Torkelson.
Jake Rogers behind the plate will be handling Skubal today. They love that pairing, but we certainly might miss Dylan Dingler's bat in the lineup as the first offering to Vlad is underway. And a little low-end outside changeup there, one of the nastiest changeups in the game. Skubal 1-0 in the count here.
Yeah, I mean, don't like falling behind Vladdy Guerrero Jr. Obviously, he'll punish you if you make a mistake.
And there's a sinker right over the plate. They call that a sinker, but it is 100 miles per hour. This guy's pitch mix is unbelievable.
This is Papa Skubal we're seeing now. 100 miles an hour in the first inning. You love to see it.
And it's that pace that he works at. So quick, so efficient. Pitch number 3, high changeup's going to pop him out and easily handled as the Blue Jays go down 1, 2, 3 in top of the first.
You love it. Great start for Tarik Skubal, obviously with the strikeout and then a couple weak swings by some Blue Jays hitters. As you said, pregame, got through that inning without seeing Bo Bichette, so you love that.
So let's talk a little bit about last night's game, because I had it on for a while, but I had to turn it off. They just could not quiet the hot bats of Toronto.
Yeah, man, it was tough. I was watching at the bar, and I was pretty locked in. It's tough to watch. You really thought that once Kiter Montero got out of that jam and he only let up 2 runs, the Tigers really needed to seize the momentum there, give him a run back, and keep that going. They were unable to do that. I think they went 1, 2, 3 in the next inning, and that just opened the floodgates.
Yeah, the run support has certainly not been there. I thought Montero did look better than he looked last Saturday.
Yes, I agree. There was some bad defense behind him, and his offense did not do him any favors. It wasn't a terrible outing for Montero. It was just a bad game by the Tigers.
Is starting pitching becoming a serious problem for this team?
I don't know. I hate to say that because Reese Olson was 2 pitches away from having an amazing outing the other day, and Jack Flaherty's so hit or miss. But you don't have any solidified arms except for Tarik Skubal. The other guys, you don't really know what you're going to get each inning.
Well, you know, and I hear a lot of Tigers fans saying, well, hey, listen, if we just get to the playoffs, we've got Skubal. He's good for 3 wins. Well, you got to get that fourth somewhere.
Got to get that fourth somewhere. You do. And maybe they look for an arm at the trade deadline. That's obviously something that is still available, but I can't see him going after a
We're
starter.
back for the bottom here as we'll show you the Tigers batting order here. Leadoff is going to be Gleyber Torres, the righty, followed up by Riley Green hitting second.
Riley Green in the 2-hole.
And then Spencer Torkelson at third and Colt Keith in the cleanup. Hopefully we get to Matt Vierling, Wencel Perez, Javi Baez hitting 6, Zach McKinstry, Jake Rogers at 8, at 9, and of course Tarik Skubal, our starting pitcher today. Kevin Gausman had a solid season, 7-7, basically a 4-point ERA. We'll see if the Tigers bats can get to him here. First pitch is an outside called strike outside of the zone, 92-mile fastball. We saw a wide strike zone last weekend for the opposition. I don't want to see it again tonight.
Do not want to see it again, but if it's going to be there, you got to call it both ways.
Especially at home.
Yeah, you think they'd give the boys here, and Torres has a good eye. That one wasn't too crazy. That was pretty close, but if that's going to be there all day, it better be there for Skubal too.
Yeah. Torres takes his second pitch inside, just clipped the plate for a second strike. He falls behind in the count early, 0-2. Gausman would love to get out of this inning quick the same way that Skubal did.
Yeah, good
second
location
pitch is
on those
tagged
first
over to
two
third
pitches.
baseman. Third baseman to first, and easy out there. Gleyber down.
Not a great at-bat from Gleyber there. Obviously, good location by Kevin Gausman on those first 2 pitches. And then he got a swing. He put some contact on it, but unfortunately it went right in the dirt.
Alejandro Kirk behind the plate will be handling Gausman tonight. Of course, Vlad Guerrero, that big man at first, recently signed to a 10-year extension. Riley Green, your key to the game here. First pitch, and he's going to foul that one off.
Swinging already, man. That's what he does. Hopefully he gets a hold of one. Just don't swing out of the zone. That's all I'm asking.
Now, when you hit as many home runs as this guy has, you get a little bit of freedom to take swings and misses, which he's already said he doesn't mind striking out.
No. And that first swing, that was a good cut. It was a good pitch. He fouled it off. That's a good swing.
Second pitch is a fastball on the inside, evening the count up at 1-1.
Riley Green, good to see him taking that pitch. He's been swinging a lot on those inside fastballs and different things on the inner third of the plate, so that is a great take by him. And Jamal Sharp, shout out to everybody in the chat joining us. Yeah, the batting order is a little wild. Riley Green in the 2-hole, but you got to shake things up when it's not working.
A.J. Hinch pulling all the levers, pushing all the buttons as Riley Green fouled off third pitch. He falls behind in the count 1-2.
These have all been around the strike zone. Kevin Gausman is going to stay around the strike zone all night with that fastball, so hopefully the Tigers start seeing it a little bit better and get some good lumber on it.
Yeah. And so far he has been battling in this one, fighting like Ven Johnson Law.
Shout out.
He's still down 1-2 in the count here, but being able to get some bat on ball and stay alive in this matchup here.
Yeah, seeing a lot of pitches. You like to see that. Foul balls are good. It means you're seeing the pitches. And like I said, he's not swinging at anything out of the zone so far.
Takes a low fastball there to even things up at 2-2.
Good at bat so far by Riley Green.
Yeah, Riley Green, a strong at bat in the 2-hole. This is what you want to see out of your second hitter.
Yep. Yeah, he needs to start taking more pitches as a whole, and he's having a good at bat so far.
He'll
Hopefully
take that
results
one
in a
on
hit.
the inside. Changeup just clipped the inside of the plate, and he will go down looking. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Tied 1-1 from Detroit, Comerica Park. Central Division leading Tigers take on the Eastern leading Toronto Blue Jays, the hottest team in the league. As you hear this or see the standings there, this is our playoff. Or excuse me, no, what is that?
That is
That's
the current
the best.
standings
That's overall.
in the MLB.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, current standings of the MLB.
Tigers have slid quite a bit. They're 2.5 games behind the Toronto Blue Jays. Torkelson, home run odds today sitting at 440. I don't hate him.
Don't hate that at all.
Nope. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Actually, that's the second pitch, 2-0 here. Gotta love seeing that with Torkelson laying off those first two pitches.
Yeah. Riley Green took some pitches. He had a good at-bat. That was just a great strikeout pitch by Kevin Gausman. Torque is seeing the zone well as well, and he laid off the first couple.
He's looked like he was taken the whole way there with a changeup for a called strike.
Let's see if Torque can do some damage here. Obviously, he had the home run last night that didn't mean much, but you like to see him get some good swings.
Wow, they called that a ball, actually. 3-0 is the count.
Terrible call.
And he's going to smash one down the left line. Will it get down? What a play in left field. Wow. An absolute rocket caught by the left fielder there. Easily would have been extra bases, but the Tigers, just like the Blue Jays, go down 1-2-3 in the first from Comerica Park.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Spenny?
Good swing by Torkelson. Just a great play by the left fielder. Not much you can do there. He put, like I said, he put good lumber on it. That was a good swing. That was definitely looking like it was going to be a double, and just a great play by the Blue Jays left fielder. Great mustache on the guy too. Sucks, but that's baseball sometimes. Torkelson did everything right. Saw the pitches, got a good swing, was finding a gap. Just a great defensive play. Speaking
of great mustaches, you share a great mustache with a certain figure in Detroit sports, don't you?
Yeah. Shout out Graham Glasgow. We're possibly going to be interviewing him very soon, so I'm excited for that.
Excellent. Well, let's take a look at where we sit here in the Central Division right now with the 8-game lead. The Guardians did lose today. Yep. They lost 5-3 against the Kansas City Royals in 10 innings. Really gives the Tigers a little bit of breathing room there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said earlier, they have the largest division lead in baseball. So obviously it's been almost cut in half in the past couple weeks. So you don't like to see that, but they're still in the driver's seat. And with Cleveland losing today, a win here would be huge.
Yeah, we might need all 15 of those games when everything is said and done.
Absolutely. That's why, it's okay to have concern with this Tigers team right now with the way they're playing, but they built themselves up such a big lead by playing so well in the first half. You can afford a slump, but you got to snap out of it.
Appreciate everybody joining us in the chat.
Smash the like button.
And to get those super chats in, we will get a chance to read them live for you, and I am going to send 2 cards home with you.
Shout out.
The Jose Briseño rookie, one of the studs down in our minor leagues. Oh, and then Riley Green.
There we go.
A Riley Green rookie is going home to one of you.
2-time All-Star.
That's right. And at the end of the show, we will run that wheel and send that home to one of you guys. Bo Bichette leading things off in the second here. A short chopper handled by third for an easy first out. And Skubal's 12th pitch. Again, very, very efficient.
Yeah. It's what he is, man. It's where he lives. Tarik Skubal's a horse. You like to see him maneuver through the best hitters in the Blue Jays lineup so far without any hiccups.
And as you can see from our new ticker up top here, we are sitting in the top of the second, 1 out. No runs apiece. And Skubal facing off here against Alejandro Kirk. Does he qualify as a little person?
I'm not sure if he officially qualifies as that. I'd have to see his number, but
he is all ass.
The guy is all ass for sure, and he's got some pop in that bat too.
And he does pop one down the right field line. That's going to just carry him off the lower wall here. He's trying to get into second. The throw is off. Otherwise, they would have had a chance to play there, but Alejandro Kirk opens things up with a double.
Yeah, good swing there by Kirk, like you said, down that right field line. Hit it in a no-man's land. Nothing Wenzel could do there. Good at him getting the ball in, but just a good swing there by Kirk.
That's a heck of a shot to the opposite field. Looked like it caught Wenzel a little bit off guard, and I think that they had him push a little bit to the left there. Kind of took a bad carom off that wall, too. It hit right in the crack between the wall and the dirt. Skubal against Barger. Barger pops up foul on the first pitch offering. 1 runner on second, 1 out. 0-1 is the count here. Tigers trying to get out of this inning and keep it at 0-0.
Yeah, you really want to. Skubal's going to nail down here. Hopefully you can get some strikeouts to make sure that Kirk stays at second base.
Barger fouls another one off on the dirt. Barger's been a real pleasant surprise for them, manning both third and outfield for them. A hell of a young player.
Yeah, 843 OPS. It's pretty damn good. So having a guy like that you can move around, kind of there's Zach McKinstry, and he's been damn good at the plate.
I should have to admit this to all of you at home. I have Bo Bichette, Vlad, and Barger on my dynasty team. So I will try not to show any enthusiasm for them getting hits here, guys. Barger down 0-2 in the count here, takes one in the dirt. Rogers able to stay in front of it and hold the runner at second.
Jake Rogers so good at protecting plates like that, making sure balls don't get past him. He's one of the best defensive catchers in the MLB. Hopefully that bat wakes up a tiny bit, though.
Yeah, we could certainly use it and use it against these Blue Jays here today. 1-2 is the count. Skubal ready to unleash his 18th pitch of the game, and he blows it past him for strikeout number 2.
Strikeout number 2 already on the day. 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. You love to see that. Tarik Skubal, again, very, very good job of keeping Kirk there at second base with the strikeout. Hopefully he can get out of this inning unscathed.
Yeah, there we go.
That changeup, man, those things are nasty. That
think it's the best in baseball?
Absolutely.
There it is. You heard it from Spenny first. The best changeup in baseball. Clement facing his first pitch, 97-mile-per-hour sinking fastball, clips the inside of the plate. Ernie will fall behind 0-1.
You love to see it. Skubal's on today. He's locating that fastball really well, and the changeup is as wicked as ever.
The next offering.
Man, he's
looks back, this runner at second, inside for a ball.
Just easy gas from Skubal, man. He is just effortless throwing these fastballs at around 100 miles an hour. Shoo. It's the thighs, man. Look at the quads on that guy. He's a horse.
Yes, he is. Ernie Clement hitting .282. Counts 1-1. Takes a fastball over the plate. Slides it over, foul there. And he's going to fall behind as well, 1-2. So Skubal doing his thing.
One of the scariest places to be in the MLB is behind the count with Tarik Skubal on the mound. You got 2 strikes. It's normally not going to end well.
It would just be scary having him pitch to you.
Yeah, I would shit my pants. I've never seen 100 mile an hour.
Puts one into the dirt, smacked over to third base. It's going to take a hell of a throw, but he makes it in time. Clement is out, and the Tigers retire the second inning there. So we head into the third, tied up 0-0, and Skubal looking like the stopper we needed tonight.
Yeah, he's on his stuff. Couple great plays by Zach McKinstry at third base. Probably got the strongest arm on the team. Needed every ounce of it right there to get Clement running down the first baseline. But great inning by Skubal to get over the double from Kirk, and still a scoreless game.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the Tigers' upcoming games. Of course, tomorrow we will be back here. I believe it's a 1 o'clock start?
I believe so, yes.
1 o'clock start. They'll be finishing the series up with the Blue Jays. We will be back here for the Woodward Tigers live stream, so make sure that you join us for that. Have you been to any games this year?
I've not, I've been to a couple. I went to, me and Justin went to one. You know, he's got the
fire seats.
Yeah, the fire seats. It's not the home plate club. It's the Tigers Club seats.
Shout out Justin.
Yeah, we went down there once. It was fun. It's good to see Comerica bumping when the Tigers are good, and hopefully the bats can wake up here. You got who is even in the 4-hole? I don't even know. Is it Spencer? No, Spencer Torkelson is out. So it's Colt Keith.
There you go.
AJ Hinch threw the lineup around, jumbled some things up, but Colt Keith will be coming up to the plate here for the Tigers.
Yeah, the Tigers will continue their homestand against the Arizona Diamondbacks on Monday through Wednesday, and I believe they are off on Thursday.
Yeah, Diamondbacks got to win that series. Obviously, I mean, they're still a dangerous team. They've got good pieces, but you're better than them, and you should win that series. Would love to sweep it.
Certainly. Hopefully this change up to the lineup can get the bats cooking and give them some momentum going into tomorrow. Got to feel good with Skubal pitching the way that he is right now, and maybe that can inspire the bats a little bit.
And Chief Keef, it's between innings right now. So bottom of the second, Tigers about to come up. Colt Keith is going to be the first man at the plate, I believe.
And we getting some shots of the crowd there. Got some Blue Jays fans, which I know were making a little bit of a ruckus yesterday after the win. But it looks like a great night to be down at the ballpark. A lot of happy families there. And it looks like they're giving out some some Detroit Tigers Hawaiian shirts for the promotion tonight.
Yeah, it's Hawaiian shirts and shorts. I actually shot Daniela Bruce a text to see if
Let me
she
get
can,
some of those.
Yeah, see if she can snag me a combo. They're pretty sweet. So shout out to the Tigers fans getting out there, showing out. Make sure those Blue Jays fans aren't too loud.
All right, bottom of the second here. Colt Keith, first offering from Gausman, takes for a strike. Hitting .254 on the year. Colt Keith, would like to see a little more power out of him, only hitting 8 home runs thus far. But he'll get his next chance right here as he takes a big cut at a splitter over the plate. 0-2. Tiger Colt Keith falling a little bit behind in the count here.
Yeah, the big lefty. He's got some work to do to try to claw his way out of this 0-2 hole. Colt Keith, man, he's got such a pretty swing when he makes contact.
Gausman with another nasty splitter, 2 in a row there, and he gets some swinging. 3 pitches, 3 strikes.
Yeah, I mean, Gausman's going to be around the zone. That's where he lives. He's not going to throw you a lot of stuff that's not going to land for strikes. So you got to see his pitches well, and you got to make sure you're not biting on those sliders. Yeah. What we saw Colt Keith unfortunately do there.
A lot of movement on both of those. Are both tough pitches to see.
Yeah, you know, you see his arm slot and his arm speed. They look like the same pitch coming out of his hand, and if you don't swing at that one right there and it's the fastball, you're struck out looking. So
first pitch to Vierling is slapped down the left field line, but they are going to say that one was foul. Boy, that was close.
Yeah, really close there by Matt Vierling. Just pushed foul, but oh man, you got a hold of that one. Looked like extra bases all over it, but unfortunately it was a foul ball.
Yeah, Vierling has not quite been the guy that we were hoping he'd be when he came back healthy, hitting only just over 200 at this point as he takes second pitch in the dirt, a splitter there that'll even things up at 1-1.
Yeah, Matt Vierling, obviously he's struggled so far, but he had a tough climb to come back to the Tigers. Injuries really messing up his season at the beginning of it, so hopefully he can get things going.
Next pitch is another splitter in the dirt. Vierling with a 2-1 count here in the bottom of the second. 1 out from Comerica Park in Detroit as the Tigers attempt to even the series at 1-1 against the Blue Jays. Gausman with his 20th pitch of the outing here is another low fastball.
Vierling doing a good job laying off those down. Got himself in a good count. Probably going to get a good pitch to hit here.
There you go.
Hopefully he puts a good swing on it. The first swing he had was nice. It was just unfortunately foul.
He'll take a little bit of a pause here. We saw that a lot against Skubal last Sunday. Mm-hmm. These guys trying to disrupt that tempo that he has, one of the fastest operating and most efficient pitchers in baseball.
Yeah, you know, you're able to do that once in at bat. It's call of the time now. The umpires normally grant it to you. So
here's a shot to short on the 3-1, but he'll be able to get him out with a quick throw there. Tigers down 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, again, pretty good at bat there from Vierling. He got a couple good swings. He hit it right to shortstop, though. Like to see him get a ball in the air. A couple ground balls there.
Yeah, I'd like to see these guys battle a little bit more. Gausman cooking right now with only 21 pitches with 5 outs so far. Wencel Perez, who's been a pleasant surprise for the Tigers so far, steps to the plate.
Yeah, Wencel Perez, man, he's going to give you good at bats. He sees the zone well, so hopefully he can get some lumber on a pitch.
And he gets a foul tip right there off the helmet of Alejandro Kirk. That one was a violent shot. Kirk's going to take a moment to collect himself here, though.
Ooh, man, yeah, you saw that one. That one hurt for sure. Those helmets are so sweet. Catchers' helmets are so cool.
And shout out to the psychopath right behind home plate, up and dancing every single pitch.
Yeah, you know, Tigers fans show out. They love their ball club. So hopefully he gets in the mind of Kevin Gausman here, who's rolling so far in this one for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, wasn't rolling on that pitch. Another one near the dirt as he even sings up at 1-1. Wencel Perez hitting .244 on the season, looking to get on base here for the Tigers.
Yeah, Wencel Perez and Matt Vierling both doing a good job of laying off those low sinkers and the splitters down low. So hopefully they can keep doing that.
A little bit of a soothsayer you are there as he lays off another low one in the dirt.
Love to see it. Like I said, Wencel Perez, he commands the strike zone. That's why Scott Harris likes him, identified him, and got him. Those are the guys he likes. And Wenzel's going to give it a good at bat. See a lot of pitches.
Tigers' version of Moneyball has been successful for the most part this year. Wenzel takes another one looking, and that one just clipped the plate. They've been generous. Blues been generous so far for Gausman.
Yeah, it was a good pitch there by Gausman. He was kind of falling off a little bit, a lot of pitches low. That one could have been a ball, but just got the strike zone.
And the pitch clock looked like he went past it as Perez fouls off a four-seamer, stays alive with a 2-2 count.
Yeah, Blues got to lock in here. You can't have a big zone away and a big zone low. We need to tighten that one up, buddy.
Love that view of Detroit there. Bottom of the second here, 2-2. He smacks one. That one's going to stay fair to the first baseman, Vlad, and the Tigers go down. Only one hit so far through 2 innings, and that belongs to the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it's tough. Gausman's got the Tigers taking some uncomfortable swings, a lot of ground balls, a lot of missed pitches. So hopefully they can stay off those sinkers low, but that's what he does. He's going to force a lot of ground balls. He throws towards the bottom of the zone, a lot of sinking action on a lot of his pitches, and the Tigers have been rolling some weak ground balls for easy outs.
Yeah, let's get back a little bit to the Tigers' upcoming schedule. As we mentioned, tomorrow, the 1 o'clock start, third game of this series with the Blue Jays. That homestand continues on Monday, and again Tuesday and Wednesday against the Arizona Diamondbacks. A 6:40 start on Monday. And looks like there's a special ticket package on Tuesday involving the Grateful Dead.
Ooh.
I'll have to find out a little bit more about that.
Red Wings did that. I got the Red Wings Grateful Dead jersey.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Grateful Dead must be tight with Chris Ilitch.
So 1988, the Team Lithuania, they had their jerseys designed by Jerry Garcia.
Oh, that's sweet.
For the Olympics, and those are some of the coolest jerseys you will ever see out there. Are
you a fan of the Savannah Bananas?
You know what? I would love to see a league of about 12 teams like that.
Yeah.
I think it's cool because it's like it's the Harlem Globetrotters, but they're not playing the Washington Generals.
Yeah.
You know the team's trying. You know that if they pop a foul up and anybody in the stands catches it, it's an out?
It's an out, yeah.
I love that.
It's cool. And I see them selling out, like they're selling out all these stadiums. They're selling out NFL stadiums and stuff like that, but I've never met anybody that's been to a game. It's really confusing to me. Like they sell out all these 50,000 person stadiums every day. They're sold out. I've never met anybody that's been to a game.
All right. Well, the next weekend we will be at the Philadelphia Phillies, so we'll have Nick Kohloff back with us here in the studio.
Shout out.
As we kick off the top of the third here, once again, Rogers behind the plate. Skubal gets his sign, and here's the pitch to kick off the third, and it is that nasty changeup right over the plate as Straw had nothing but taking it on his mind.
Yeah, he's gonna take it. Like as Skubal's a horse, man. That changeup's so gross, and he's so good at getting first pitch strikes.
Yeah, he's able to switch it up there with a sinker and elicit another foul here. Straw gonna fall behind in the count 0-2, and it's that pace from Skubal that's so tough. Third pitch is another fastball right by him. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and that is the third K for our guy Skubal.
Yeah, he's racking them up early. Tarik Skubal, I think his K rate's like over 33%. The guy is just an absolute monster. He's got one of the best strikeout to walk ratios in the history of the MLB this year. So you're going to see a lot of that. A lot of frustrated Blue Jays batters today.
And the next pitch to Jimenez. End of the order here. Jimenez hitting a paltry 0.83. Skubal shouldn't have any issues with him. Skubal right now on pace for 11 pitches per inning. That means he could go deep tonight.
I would love that. You need it. The team needs it.
And a second pitch fastball there. Clips the plate. Evens things up at 1-1 against Jimenez.
Yeah, Skubal normally takes care of the guys he's supposed to, and Jimenez obviously sub-1 batting average is a guy that you're supposed to take care of.
And he took care of him with that changeup. Fooled him quite a bit as Jimenez was taking the entire time. Count is at 1-2. Skubal with the pitch. Outside, had him swinging. That is a nasty changeup. You called it. Best pitch in the game, the best changeup in the game, and that is strikeout number 4 for Scoobs.
Yeah, I've talked about it many times, that changeup, the seam-shifted wake that Scott Harris and A.J. Hinch and Chris Fetter helped Skubal put on that changeup. It makes it so nasty, the movement he gets on it, away from right-handed batters and down in the zone. The movement and the rotations on that changeup is disgusting.
Some amazing stats here. It looks as if our own Tarik Skubal, and over the last 100 years, has the 6th highest strikeout rate ever.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. As he faces off the top of the order once again, Davis
pitch.
Schneider. He's going to fall behind early 0-2 with 2 big swings there. Skubal is absolutely dealing.
Yeah, he's in his zone right now. This is, like I said, Papa Scoobs, soon to be Papa Scoobs. He's got that changeup working. The Blue Jays can't see it.
Yeah, Schneider looked silly on that last swing, as the third pitch here is going to pop him up, and this should be easily handled by the center fielder. And Skubal out of the third inning with only 32 pitches, gentlemen and ladies. We're going to see this guy go deep into the game tonight.
Scooby is cruising right now. This is MVP Cy Young type stuff we're seeing from him, but bats need to wake up. Got to give him some run support. Get some hits out there. Hopefully Javier Baez, Zach McKinstry, and Jake Rogers can do that in the next inning.
Certainly. And you guys need to wake up every morning, Monday through Friday, for the brand new Sean Belizean in the mornings with Maz. We just kicked it off this last Monday. Awesome way to start your morning. So get your coffee and wake up with those boys. And then, of course, Big D Energy, Neil Rule, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, as well as Terry Foster. And then a new show that we've got as well. 2 weeks. This will be our third week going in. That is the Braylon Edwards with Shep show. You can catch them to 2 to 4. And then catch this legend right here with his partner, Easy and Spencer are the heavyweights. And you can catch them every Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. I gotta say, you guys' show is absolutely something else, my friend.
Thank you, brother. It's been a long time coming. I just actually shared it on Facebook today. 3 years ago today, I had already been working at Woodward for about a year at that point, but I was TDing Woodward bets and doing other stuff. And I was leaving the studio, and Easy said, "Hey, come up here, let's take a picture." And it was just me and him sitting on the desk. We took a picture. The rest is history.
Oh man, and what an awesome history it has been. I truly have to say that I have caught very few shows that are as organic as what you guys do.
I appreciate that, man. That's what I try to be. I'm never going to come up here on the mic and tell you something I don't believe or try to pretend to be somebody I'm not. People smell through that immediately.
Yeah, no doubt. No BS for the heavyweights, that's for sure. Tiger of the day, Kareem Garcia, 10 MLB seasons with 7 teams.
Wow.
And only played 2 years with the Tigers, was acquired from the Diamondbacks for Luis Gonzalez, who ended up going on to have a pretty nice career.
Yep. Yeah. Can't say I know Kareem Garcia at all.
This was also the player that was hit by Pedro Martinez in ALCS
Game 3. Oh, shit. I know that.
The Zimmer fight there. But
okay.
We return for the bottom of the third here from Comerica Park in Detroit. Gausman will face off against Javi Baez. And the first pitch is taken for a strike. Another call that I felt was outside the zone.
Yeah, that's tough for Javier Baez. You'd love to see him lay off that pitch because it was out of the zone, but unfortunately the umpire still called it a strike. And shout out to John Effing Lord for re-upping in the chat. 19 months as a Woodward crew member. We appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, we do love John Effing Lord there, and Baez takes a disgusting cut at a ball very, very low and very outside, something that they know he does. And it seems like teams have been keen into that, not giving him stuff to hit over the plate. Here's another one in the dirt, well outside and well low. He's got to lay off those.
Yeah, it's tough, man. That's what he was doing that we saw not working out for him. Obviously, that one was ridiculous. If he would have swung at that,
I wouldn't have swung at
that. No. But that's, like I said, with that first pitch, he laid off of it. It was a ball, and he wasn't rewarded for it.
And he couldn't lay off of that one, spending another low ball way outside of the zone. 4 pitches, 3 swinging strikes, and Javi goes down with yet another K. I will have to check on it, but I think Gausman is well on his way to cashing that Caesar's best bet that Nick gave us before the game.
Yeah, he's got it working tonight. Unfortunately, Javi couldn't lay off that one. And again, I'll just go back to that first pitch. Like, he did lay off of it, but it was called a strike. So now in his mind, that gives him even more emphasis to have to swing at those pitches.
Yeah. And Zach McKinstry steps up.
Javier Baez upset in the dugout.
As he should be.
As he should be.
McKinstry, number 8 through the order right now. Tigers being no-hit through 3 right now.
Yeah, no-hitter. Kevin Gausman is throwing a no-hitter.
Yeah,
there's a no-hitter being thrown by Kevin Gausman.
Next one, a nasty splitter of the plate. Had Z-Mac fooled as he takes a big cut at that one and falls down in the order 0-2.
Yeah, not great at bats here from Zach McKinstry and now Javier Baez and now Zach McKinstry. Hopefully he can dig his way out of it.
And not good at bats from pretty much everyone not named Tor right now.
Yeah.
And at third one, he's going to be able to get a little bit of wood on as he swung at something low and outside of the zone again, but was able to stay alive.
Yeah, just staying alive. It's what you got to do. That was a great pitch by Gausman, but Zach McKinstry spoiled it.
Gausman rocking that left leg here.
What up, though, Detroit Gunny says bunt single. Wouldn't mind that, but you can't bunt when you swing at the first 2 pitches. You're down 0-2.
Something to break this damn thing up.
Yeah.
We went through 6.1 innings of no-hitter against the Tigers in our very first Tigers live stream. So hopefully we won't repeat that this Saturday here as the 1-2 pitch is about to be on its way from Gausman. And it's over the plate. McKinstry gets some wood on it. It's going to send it to the left field warning track, but it will be handled there by Davis Schneider. And that will be out number 2 for the Tigers, still trying to get that first hit on the board.
Warning track power, baby. You love to see it. Oh, I mean, Zach McKinstry with a good rip, put some good lumber on it, just didn't get enough.
That's a home run in about half the parks in the MLB.
Yeah, just might be. It's tough, you know. Unfortunately, that's what Comerica Park is, even though they brought in the fences. It's still big ballpark.
That's right. And number 9 hitter, catcher Jake Rogers heads to the plate here, sporting a 164 average. First pitch is low, and he takes.
Good take there by Jake Rogers, getting ahead of the count early. Hopefully, maybe draw a walk here out of Kevin Gausman, get some traffic on the base paths.
Yeah, haven't seen many 1-0 counts for the Tigers so far tonight. Gausman rocking that leg again. Sends a fastball over the middle, and that will be the Tigers' first hit.
There you go.
Rogers slaps it past the shortstop, rounds first, and will hold up there. Tigers have their first hit on the board.
There you go, Jake Rogers. Nice single there to get on the board. Aggressive turn at first base, but obviously back pedals.
That was an aggressive turn, wasn't it?
Jake the Snake. Maybe he's trying to sneak a double in there, but he's actually kind of quick for a guy who doesn't look very athletic. He's got some decent wheels on him, but good piece of hitting there. Solid single in the left field. Good job, Jake.
He looks about as old as the actual Jake the Snake Rogers.
Yeah, he does. And again, power mustache. We know that.
Power mustache.
Love Jake Rogers. And hey, man, when you're going bad, you need everybody to pitch in. Jake Rogers with a knock there.
All right. Well, with your 9 hitter on first base, we welcome Gleyber Torres up for the second time today. This is the perfect guy that you want in this situation. 2 outs, 1 on. Bottom of the third, big swing and an outside slider for strike 1.
Javier Baez, Jesus. Gleyber Torres maybe looking to do a little too much damage right there, and Gausman had him out in front of that slider.
I don't need a run here. I'd like to see them get some pitches out of Gausman, get him into a little bit of trouble. I'd take the run, but I'd like to see another man on base.
Yeah, just want to see a good at bat.
As the outside slider's called for ball 1, evening the count up at 1-1. Gausman's arsenal, as you get a chance to look there, the four-seamer he throws about half the time, or at least he has tonight. He's got that splitter working, and he's got a nice slider too, but you won't see it a whole lot.
No, he likes to live at the bottom of the zone. All of his fastballs have a lot of sinking action to him. He's a ground ball guy, so hopefully the Tigers can – maybe he leaves a couple hangers. The Tigers put some in the air.
Yeah. Torres hangs one over the fence, foul into the – first base seats over there.
Couple big rips here by Gleyber in this at bat. He's trying to do some damage.
Yeah. I'll take a walk from Gleyber at this point, but he is down in the count 1-2. It'd take a lot to get there, but just some bat on ball here and moving that runner along, staying alive in this inning and getting a little more work out of Gausman, I think is what all Tiger fans would like to see here, as we've got the 1-2 pitch coming from Gausman here. And he checks swing. They're going to appeal, and they're going to say he went around. It looked like he slipped. Otherwise, he had the check. But that will be out number 3. And another strikeout for Kevin Gausman.
Yeah, leaving a man on base there. Jake Rogers, kind of a missed opportunity. Gleyber Torres does not think he went on that one. Very upset walking back to the dugout. Let's see here. Did he go? Yeah, he went.
Yeah, it looked like if he wouldn't have slipped, he might have been able to hold it.
Might have been able to pull it back, but.
Well, Bertie, I think we've got a little bit from our guy, Nick Kohloff, our Tigers insider. He is at the park right now, and he's getting some fan reactions, which we're ready to share with you guys.
1 second. Nick's the best in the game, man.
He really is. Shout out, Nick.
I had him bark at a Toronto fan yesterday.
Got the giveaway shirt here, but today we're going to be asking fans how concerned they are with the Detroit Tigers' current slump.
0. We're winning the World Series, guaranteed.
Not at all. A little bit.
A little bit or not at all?
Not really concerned. This is the best thing that could have happened.
0.
Zero concern. This team's going to be just fine?
Yeah.
Probably about a 2.
Not concerned at all?
Not concerned. I think we're going all the way. Right now it is 6.
Oh, yeah, I had my moments. I'm not going to lie. After the All-Star break, we were getting a little cold.
Fellas, I got to say my concern level is probably at about a 6, even though Skubal's dealing today. This team needs to turn it around, and they need to turn it around quick.
Shout out to Nick Kohloff, our fearless beat reporter for the Tigers. That was really – I'm kind of like that. I'm in the mode of that guy. I think it's the second or third guy where he's like, not at all. A little bit. Like, a little concerned for sure, but in the grand scheme of things, they're still pitching – or they're still, top of the league.
Well, the Tigers got their first hit of the game here in the third. Tiger score is still tied 0-0, so I'm sure the fans are having a good time. But I know they're looking damn good.
Yeah, those are pretty sweet. I really hope that Daniela ends up getting me one of those.
Yeah. Tigers, of course, having that Tigers Hawaiian shirt night for
and
the
shorts. It's a whole combo.
Oh yeah, you did say the hookup.
The hookup.
The hookup, absolutely.
Tom Selleck Day.
And we're back here to the top of the fourth as Skubal deals first pitch and a big cut from George Springer for a strike one call.
Yeah, this is power on power. Obviously, George Springer, big slugger. He wants to hit the ball very far, and Skubal is the hottest and best arm in the league.
I'm going to imagine a changeup here, and it is right over the plate, 88-mile-per-hour changeup. Springer wanted no part of that, no swing whatsoever, and he's going to fall down in the count 0-2.
It's just so tough when you got a guy that can throw 100 miles an hour and then drop off an 88-mile-an-hour changeup with that much movement, man. It is gross what Skubal can do.
A third pitch changeup is a ball at the shoes as we watch a young Blue Jays fan looking for his family there.
She used to work in Lady Jane's, that girl that was just on the screen.
Shout out Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome. There's a big cut and a miss from Springer for yet another strikeout. Is that number 5?
I believe that is number 5 already on the day for Tarik Skubal. 91-mile-per-hour slider at the top of the zone.
Nasty pitch.
Nasty pitch from Tarik.
Absolutely. And he is dealing, knowing that his offspring will be brought into the world at any moment. If you missed it at the beginning, Skubal's wife is nearer labor, and it is a possibility that he could be pulled from this game with word that she does go into labor.
And we know Skubal's the ultimate team guy, so he wants to work as fastly as possible and get as many of these strikeouts as he can.
And he truly is, as he throws a second strike there to Vlad Guerrero. He is absolutely cooking right now. He's got an Uber waiting outside to take him to the hospital.
Yeah, just a 98-mile-an-hour sinker, absolutely dotted in the top corner. The guy is special.
Yeah. 1-1 to Vlad. Vlad takes a shot. This one's going to be pushed into the gap. It won't get by the right fielder, so they should be able to hold him at first. An aggressive turn, a little bit of a stumble for Vlad, but they will hold him at first. Blue Jays get their second base runner on base today.
Yeah, good swing there by Vladdy Jr. I mean, the guy's a superstar. He's going to get on base. Wenzel did a good job cutting that ball off.
Yes, he did. That definitely could have been trouble.
A little slip there by Wenzel, too.
Yep. If he doesn't play that ball right, that's a definite double.
Yeah, that's the biggest part of the ballpark right there. So good at him cutting that off and getting the ball in before Vladdy could round first.
1 out, 1 on for Bo Bichette. He'll take an inside fastball for ball 1.
Skubal's going to get to business here. Would like to see a ground ball here. Get a quick double play, get out of the inning. That would be very nice.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to get Toronto's version of Batman and Robin out on a double play ball here. And that one will be rocketed into left field. This is trouble. Riley's going to catch up to it and get it into third base. That will be a standing double for Bo Bichette. And Skubal seen his first trouble of the game with runners on second and third with only one out here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, he's got to climb out of this hole. Obviously, he's got the stuff to be able to do it, but you don't like to see that. Back-to-back good swings by the two big dogs in the Blue Jays lineup.
And as a fantasy owner, I still don't like to see that.
No.
Not at all.
Great swing by Bo Bichette there. Riley got to it when he could. Skubal's got some work to do.
Bo Bichette, a guy that people were talking about in Detroit just a month ago as we see Jake Rogers take a visit to the mound. But things have changed drastically for the Blue Jays. I don't think this guy's going anywhere.
No, they're the hottest team in baseball. They are going to be buying at the deadline. They're not selling off anybody. And I would not be surprised if they added a serious piece to try to continue winning the AL East.
You know, I want to come back to something you said at the beginning of this inning here. Is Skubal working too quickly right now?
Maybe. You see Jake Rogers go out to the mound there, mound visit, maybe calm him down a little bit. Skubal's got a lot on his mind right now.
Yes, he does.
Obviously, but yeah, maybe Rogers just wanted to calm him down.
Yeah, a good move by the veteran catcher there.
That's why they work so good together. He caught every single start he had last year, and obviously Dingler was behind the plate for a couple Skubal starts, but Skubal 2 strikeouts here, and it's like it never happened.
That's right, and that's the guy that can do it. Pitch number 42 will be coming to Heineman, and we'll see what the offering will be. 1 out, top of the fourth, 2 men on. Skubal delivers, and it is a fastball right past, a big cut for Heineman for the first strike call.
Yeah, missing bats. That's what he does. 96 miles an hour. Calmed him down a little bit. Not throwing the 100 miles an hour, feeling his pitches. That was a good mound visit by Jake Rogers.
Yeah. Tyler Heineman hitting over 330 in a small sample size so far this year. Takes a high strike ball.
Yeah, 900 OPS. Obviously only 37 games, but still, he's swinging a hot bat like the majority of this Blue Jays lineup is.
Downtown Detroit looking as good as ever. Tigers trying to end a 5-game slide. They've lost 11 of 12 here. 2 men on. Skubal the pitch. Inside fastball taken for ball 2 here. Count goes up to 2-1.
Yeah, Skubal a little bit off on there, trying to get a strike. That 4-seam fastball just missed on the inside. Let's see if he can even it up here 2-2.
Yeah, I think we might see that change up again here.
Yeah, I mean, that's his bread and butter. That is his money pitch.
Oh, and he got him at third. The throw from Rogers to third on a slight pitch out there. They caught Vlad sleeping, and an absolutely huge throw out by the backstop, Jake Rogers.
Absolutely beautiful play by the veteran there. A cannon from his knees to cut down Vlad Guerrero at third base. Jake Rogers, beautiful throw. Wow, great tag by Zach McKinstry.
Yeah, they had a hit and run going there, but Heineman tried to get a little bit of bat on a bunt there, but Skubal was able to keep that ball so low that it got past the bat. Jake Rogers affecting this game with his bat and with his arm here. 2 outs first, and he's going to walk Heineman there at the 3-1 offering, but you'll take that with no runner on third now.
Absolutely. That is huge to get him, or to get Vladdy Guerrero at third there. Looked like they were trying to do a little sacrifice there, try to get Vladdy Guerrero to score from third because you're going to have to manufacture runs against Skubal. We got a guy on third base and 1 out. That would be a good way to do it, but Jake Rogers, great play.
And Barger with a little chopper to first, and Skubal will get out of the inning with only 47 pitches. Found himself in a little bit of trouble, but the stopper got out of it with a little bit of help from his friend, Jake Rogers.
Skubal almost tackled Spencer Torkelson there at first base. He was so excited to get out of that inning. Great play by Jake Rogers there to help the Tigers escape a jam. Tarik Skubal leaves a couple men on and gets out of that inning scoreless. Just a great play by both Jake Rogers and Zach McKinstry.
And honestly, there's not a better time to talk about our defending Cy Young winning Tarik Skubal, a guy who's on pace right now to repeat as a Cy Young winner. Won the Triple Crown as a pitcher last year.
Yep.
And to me, there's only one guy in the American League that is challenging him for the Cy Young right now. Let's take a look.
Yeah, Garrett Crochet, man. Obviously, with the White Sox before he was traded to the Red Sox, absolutely great numbers there. Identical, almost completely through the board, but Skubal with the better whip and a little better WAR. Crochet with the extra win, but yeah, those are the two horses. Hunter Brown you could throw in there as well, but he got roughed up a little bit in his last outing, so he lost some ground.
3.
Yeah, so Crochet and Skubal, man, the two lefties.
Yeah, Crochet, we all knew that this was one of the best pitchers in the American League. Skubal obviously coming off a historic year.
Yeah.
I don't see either one of these guys falling apart. I think Crochet has definitely come to pitch better. I don't think he was pitching where he wanted to be early on in the year, but he's steadied the ship. If all things stay pretty equal, I still think that this is Skubal's.
Yeah, I mean, Skubal, obviously Crochet plays for the Red Sox, big market as well, but Skubal's got we call him, you call him in college football the Heisman moments. You have the games where everybody's watching and you put on an insane performance. Skubal's last 2 Sunday Night Baseball outings on live TV on ESPN, he struck out double-digit batters both times. Like, that is, when you're looking at a race that on paper is as close as Skubal and Crochet is, it's those small moments that can tip the scales.
Yeah, I love that take. Chip Lindsey in the audience there. Shout out to the Corn and Blue offensive coordinator. You're not getting much love from me and Spenny, but he's in the building.
I hope you suck.
And Matt Weiss with some interesting things in the news. You guys should all take a look into that. Go green.
Yeah, go white.
There we go. All right, guys, we return here to Comerica Park. Tigers facing on the hottest team in the majors. The Blue Jays lost last night in the first game of the series. Really hoping to tie things up here heading into Sunday at a game apiece, and no one better to help them do that than Tarik Skubal, who is off on an absolute heater thus far and was able to escape a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah, you love to see that. Got some help from the guys behind the plate and at third base to get out of the jam, caught Vladdy sleeping, or the Blue Jays kind of tipping their hand on a sacrifice to try to score Vladdy from third, and Jake Rogers cut him down.
Yeah. And you like to see Riley Green take that first pitch for a ball a little bit low. Gausman just missed. He's been getting that call tonight, so it's nice to see Blue go the other way on that one.
Yeah, great no call there, or call or no call, but great ball there by the ump. I'm really surprised that he called that a ball, but great take by Riley Green.
Very similar pitch, that one. Riley Green fouls it off. He's going to even that count up at 1-1. Gausman working well into the 40s now. This will be his 45th pitch. Very, very efficient so far. Green takes on an outside splitter.
Yeah, Gausman keeps throwing those splitters right at the bottom of the zone. Riley's going to golf one of them out here. He likes those low pitches. If he puts one in the zone or keeps flirting with that, Riley could get a hold of one.
Yeah, Gausman hoping to not do that. Tiger fans hoping he does. This one low and a big swing and a miss for Riley Green, evening things up at 2-2. He's got two nice balls at pitches that were outside of the zone, but he's got 2 strikes swinging at balls outside of the zone. We'll see what happens here with the 2-2 offering from Gausman, and he puts it right by him, four-seamer over the plate. Caught Riley looking, not something you normally see him striking out looking.
No, that was just a great pitch, great location by Kevin Gausman, right on the outside corner there.
Certainly fooled him.
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing out of the zone. He's throwing all those splitters away that you don't want to swing and miss at, and then he just puts one right on the outside black there to strike out Riley Green. Yep. Great pitch.
One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Score deadlocked at 0-0. As Alejandro Kirk looks like some miscommunication with Gausman as he'll run out to the mound here. So we've seen a mound visit from the catcher from both teams here in the fourth.
Yeah, it looks like a pitch comm thing maybe. I think Kirk said he couldn't hear him. So something they'll fix real quick. Man.
Yeah, it looks like that. Tapping his.
Yeah, he couldn't hear him. Pitch comm's sweet. I like pitch comm's such a good idea. I don't know why it took so long. Now give us robot umps too, or the ABS.
There you go.
It was awesome. It was perfect.
Yeah, Torkelson, who battled through his first at-bat, looking to do so again here as he takes a big cut at a slippery slider that clips the bottom of the plate for strike one.
Yeah, that was a great pitch there by Gausman. Torque just saw him throw, 94, painted black to Riley Green, and then he puts a slider there right at the bottom of the zone. 80 miles an hour.
Next pitch is a splitter in the dirt to even things up.
How about a torque home run here, huh? How about a torque bomb? Love to see that. He got a hold of one last night. Need your slugger to be your slugger.
Yeah, you can tell the Tigers fans are a little nervous. A big ding-dong here would get everybody into it as he tries right there with a big swing and a miss at another slippery splitter just outside and low, or just low of the plate there.
Yeah, Gausman's working right now, man. I don't know if it's
Really
the Tigers'
is.
bats or just him, but he's looking pretty good out there.
Well, the Tigers aren't really battling. They're not taking a lot of balls here. Pitch number 51, another ball low that swung on and missed. Tigers cannot get much bat on the ball right now.
No, they are not seeing him very well. They're not seeing his pitches very well. It's already 6 strikeouts for Kevin Gausman, and Nick cashes his bet
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
already in the fourth inning. Don't like that.
Hopefully you guys got a chance to see those Caesar's best bets from our guy Nick Kohloff, because he did cash.
Yep.
Gausman delivers to Colt Keith. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Splitter at 81 mile per hour.
Yeah, Gausman overthrew that one a little bit. You saw, man, that thing dropped off the planet.
Sure did.
Great
Two
take
outs.
by Colt Keith.
2 outs, bottom of the fourth here. Colt trying to rally here deep in the inning with a four-seamer over the plate. Again, Tigers not able to catch up with much today.
No, he's changing their eye levels. He's throwing them different stuff. You'd think 92 would, 92 in the zone, you'd be able to hit that, but not with the way he's locating it, not with the movement that he has. Tigers are fooled so far.
Next pitch is over the plate. He gets some wood on that one and sends it foul to the third base side.
Yeah, I mean, he is lucky he got that one back from Colt Keith. That was 92 in the zone is hittable, especially if you throw it back-to-back. You might not want to make a habit of doing that. Hopefully Colt Keith can get a good swing on this one.
As he takes a high splitter outside to even things up at 2-2. Love to see some power out of him, Spenny.
Yeah, you need it. He's a big dude. He's a big hoss. He's got that big lefty Griffey swing. Hasn't really had it so far this year, but he's still a young guy. Hopefully he can get the offense going.
Hopefully he can get it going here as he takes another slider outside and low. Full count here. 2 out, bottom of the fourth. Tied at 0 from Comerica Park right now, game 2 of the weekend series with the Toronto Blue Jays.
Good take by Colt Keith there. Hopefully he can keep that strike zone alive and get to first base here.
Payoff pitch through the zone. Fouled away once again to the third base crowd over there. Staying alive. Want to see more battling out of some of our batters like this one here.
Yeah, that was middle. Colt just missed that fastball. He could have done some serious damage with that, but a good job getting a piece of it to stay alive.
Splitters, fastball, splitter, slider, fastball is what he's seen through his 6 pitches thus far. Pitch number 7 is low, and he will take a 95 mile per hour fastball for the walk. And that is just our second base runner of the day.
Just the second base runner. Good at bat there by Colt Keith. Was fooled at the beginning, but came back into it and ended up drawing a walk.
And that's really good to see from Colt Keith, a guy that does like to strike out in a situation there where you're just trying to get some work out of Gausman, just get some confidence for your bats.
Yeah, exactly. You want to get as many pitches as you can because he's rolling right now, so it'd be nice to get him out of this outing pretty early. But Colt Keith, great discipline at the plate there. Hopefully the rest of the Tigers can follow suit.
Keith takes a little bit of a lead. Gausman not really looking at first.
Nobody at second, too. Kind of giving this to Colt Keith. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take off.
I'm surprised that he didn't as that pitch goes into the dirt. Slider for ball 1. Veerling 0 for 1 today.
Ooh, man.
Would love to see him start to heat up, Spenny.
Yeah, Veerling finds a gap here. He'll score Colt from first, so hopefully he can hit one of those canyons in center or in right field, right center or left center in Comerica Park.
Gausman with the 1-0 pitch. Low. And another generous strike given to Gausman from Blue there. Well, that one definitely missed low with a 94 mile per hour fastball.
You see Veerling not happy about that, talking to whoever's behind the plate there. That is just not a strike. You cannot call that.
We've seen a good 4 or 5 balls called strikes so far for Gausman, certainly helping his cause today as he unleashes pitch number 61, and he is going. Colt looks, and he got safe. Colt steals second base. Nice throw. I got to be honest, I thought that was pretty close.
That was very close. Great slide by Colt Keith. He took off, and he got in there. So Great job by him. Now he'll score on a single.
And it looked like
Was that a strike?
low throw, and he got the foot in there.
Yeah, they did call a strike.
Wow. Tough.
Yeah. Great slide by Colt Keith there. Ooh, he might be out. Are they reviewing it?
We'll see. I haven't seen the signal from the. Oh, here we go. They are going to
Colt Keith might be out.
replay this here. I got to say, Spenny, I'm not liking this.
I think his foot came off the bag.
It looked like it. But did Jimenez hold the tag after the first? So it looks like his tag was not on him because he slid in with the right foot, hit the base first, but then that right foot comes up, and then it's his left knee that gets to the bag.
Yeah.
So
that's going to be tough to call.
It is going to be tough. But the right foot certainly comes off the plate.
Right foot's in there. It tags him on the nuts. He's out. Damn. That is a close one, but I think he's out.
The knee is in there. It's going to be a tough angle. Will they have enough to overturn it? Is his foot off? When does it come off?
That is true. That's close. That angle is a lot closer because his foot stays on the bag longer than I thought. And if his other foot is...
Here we get another angle that might give us a better answer. And I don't know if it does. I don't know.
Do you think that's enough to overturn?
I don't think there's enough to overturn that. Jimenez, he takes the tag off of him just for a moment, and it's kind of just as quick as the one foot comes off the bag here. Honestly, even if he might be out here, it's just going to be very tough for them to overturn it.
I think that's the angle right there.
They overturn it.
Yeah.
And that will be out number 3 as Colt Keith is thrown out by Heineman to end the 4th inning here. This game has 4 innings in the book in exactly 1 hour. They are cooking down at Comerica Park, and it is tied 0-0.
Yeah, pitcher's duel so far. That sucks right there by Colt Keith. Man, that was close. You'd like to see him maybe head first slide. Maybe he stays in there. He can hold on to the bag, but a good tag staying with it there. Well,
at the end of the 4th, we'll take a look at one of our hot players. There's not a lot to choose from right now. So we did go ahead and go with Gleyber Torres, one of the few bright spots through this losing run where they've dropped 11 out of 12. He's only been hitting .233 with 7 hits and a run scored in 8 games since the All-Star game, but he's been steady, walking, taking pitches, giving great at-bats, battling while he's in there. And unfortunately, that's the best that we have to offer from our bats over the last week.
Yeah, that's, you see that, and you can understand why the Tigers have lost 11 of their last 12. When the best guy in your lineup going so far is hitting .230, not very great. But hopefully he can get on base here. Hopefully Skubal gets out of this inning quick, and the Tigers' bats start to heat up.
Well, he's gotten out of innings quick. That is for certain. Once again, if you guys are just joining us, welcome. We appreciate you watching the Tigers with us. This is the Woodward Tigers live stream. We'll be doing this every weekend for both Saturday and Sunday Tigers games.
Yeah, I love it. It's a lot of fun. Love baseball. Excited for tomorrow. Hopefully they don't get flexed to Sunday night baseball, though, because...
Of course, our Tiger insider, Nick Kohloff, is at the stadium. We already saw a few things from him. We will connect with him again later on in the game. And then once again, for the post-game review here, Tigers trying to end their losing ways, trying to find some momentum with their bats. But it's been Skubal, as it has been all year, that's been leading the way for them today as he uncorks pitch number 48 in the top of the 5th here. It is a sinker taken for a strike.
Yeah, just, again, effortless 97 gas down the pipe.
Effortless.
Skubal is very good at getting in front of hitters. You see first pitch strikes. He's 12 of 16 as he ties his shoe. That is, when he gets in front of guys, then he can just start pumping that fastball into the strike zone and bury dudes.
Tying his shoe is the most we've seen him slow down thus far through 4 innings. 0-1 pitch is over the plate, fouled off to the first base side.
Yeah, slider there from Skubal. He doesn't throw too many of those, but he'll mix one in every now and then, and that was a good pitch. Slider riding in on him. Good job at following it off by Clement, but 0-2 nonetheless.
Skubal looking for another strikeout. That one well outside. Wanted to see if he could get Ernie Clement to chase on that one. He's unsuccessful. Counts 1-2 here in the top of the fifth from Detroit. Tied 0-0. Skubal dealing. Gets the swing, gets the miss, gets the strikeout. Is that 7?
I believe that is 7 for Tarik Skubal. That changeup low is impossible to hit, and it looks just like that 97-mile-per-hour fastball right down the middle, except it falls off the planet.
Yeah, and after just a slight blip there up against Batman and Robin known as Vlad and Bo Bichette, the little assist from Jake Rogers has this guy back on his game. Skubal, nobody on, 1 out here. First pitch is fouled back to Miles Straw.
Strike throwing, that's what he does, man. He just pumps that ball in the strike zone, and you're going to have to beat him good on good. We saw Vladdy and Bo Bichette do it, but not a lot of guys can do that consistently against Tarik Skubal.
Yeah, I need to correct myself. That was Skubal's 6th strikeout. Both pitchers with 6 strikeouts through the game so far. Only 4 hits in this game. Next pitch is a 98-mile-per-hour sinker fouled off by Straw, trying to stay alive with an 0-2 count.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see triple digits here from Skubal unless he's going change up on this next pitch. You know he likes to finish dudes. Pause. And that 100-mile-per-hour fastball for sure will do that.
and that fastball does clip the outside, but Straw is able to get a little clip of it on his bat and once again stays alive. Skubal with 54 pitches now, starting to get a little bit of wear on him from the Blue Jays.
Shout out Big M in the Woodward Sports Chase. Says Spenny Anson, thank you for doing the call of the game. I appreciate it. Excellent commentary. We appreciate you for tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button.
And an unbelievable play. It was off the one hop to Wencel Perez.
Yep.
Straw with a shot to right field. Looked at first like Wencel Perez might have gotten his glove under it. We'll go back. No, it certainly took a one hop, but still a great play by Perez to be able to hold him up at first base. Skubal not excited about that.
Yeah, that's tough when you have him down 0-2 and you let him get on base, but get a ground ball here. Wencel unfortunately couldn't get to that one, but great effort to try to make the play.
Yep, Jimenez at the bottom of the batting order here has really struggled on this season. Ernie Clement could be looking to run here. He's got a little bit of wheels on him.
Jake Rogers behind the plate. We know he's got a strong arm, so Vladdy can attest to that.
Yep. And high pitch there, strike. Looked like they might be wanting to see if he was running. He was not there.
Yeah, a little bit of a pitch out there. You saw Rogers was coming up ready to fire.
Sure was. Counts tied up at 1-1. One runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Skubal gets another foul ball there for strike 2.
How about a strike him out, throw him out here to end the inning?
I would love that. I think Comerica Park would love that.
It would erupt.
It
would erupt.
A lot of those Hawaiian jerseys would be dancing around if we could get one of those. 1-2 count here for Jimenez. Wind up from Skubal. Gets him swinging again, is able to get a piece of that off on a foul.
Yeah, very good job by Jimenez getting a piece of that changeup. That is not easy to do.
No, certainly not.
88 down, too. He barely got a piece of that.
Ernie Clement on first for the Blue Jays, who took the first game of this series last night in Comerica Park, as you see Ford Field there in the skyline. Skubal deals again. This one low changeup. Didn't fool Jimenez, evening up the count at 2-2.
Yeah, he saw him swing at it, so he went back to the well to try to miss his bat this time, but Jimenez held up.
Looking for a double play ball here, or strike him out, throw him up, as my partner here mentioned. Pitch number 61 is on its way. No, he pitches out to first there, chasing Clement back to the bag.
Yeah, like you said, Clement's got some wheels. He's good. He's pretty quick on the base path, so Skubal just keeping him close there at first. Skubal's a tough guy to steal on because he's so efficient and so direct, and he pitches at such a fast pace.
And there's a nice pitch. This might be a double play ball. And they turn it. Tigers get out of the top of the fifth.
Boom.
Skubal pumps his fist, and the fans at Comerica are loving it. He's gotten into just a touch of trouble today, but he hasn't had any issue getting out of it.
Yeah, great play all around there from Zach McKinstry, Gleyber Torres, and Spencer Torkelson to get the double play, get out of the 5th inning facing the minimum batters.
Huge, absolutely huge.
Needed that.
No doubt about it.
Now we need the bats to wake up. We're making Kevin Gausman look like Tarik Skubal out there, so we need these Tigers hitters to start doing something.
And for those of you at home who are Lions fans, I think that's all of you. This Thursday, July 31st,
July
the Hall
31st.
of Fame game from Canton, Ohio. The Detroit Lions will be taking on the Jim Harbaugh-led Los Angeles Chargers, and we will be covering it. A little pregame action. We'll have the watch party with the heavyweights.
Yes, sir.
And then myself and KG will be doing the
Post-game?
game show for the Lions. So make sure you're here with us on Thursday. Check us out for all 4 of our weekly programs, and then stick around for that Lions coverage.
It's football season, baby. I'm ready for it. I'm excited to see Isaac Tesla and what he can do in this game. I think he's going to get a lot of run, and he has been lighting up Lions training camp. So it'll be good to see him do it against some real competition.
Him and Ahmed Hassanein, I'm very excited to see those 2 rookies. But, hey, I want to see some Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, Hendon Hooker, again, another guy who all reports are saying he's been looking very good in training camp. He's been spreading that ball around. A lot of Tesla's hookups are from Hendon Hooker, so I expect to see that in the Hall of Fame game, that connection. I'd like to see Tate Ratledge get some snaps at center. I mean, not too much, but give him a couple drives at center and then pull him out of there.
Yeah.
But like you said, Ahmed Hassanein and Tesla, I think, are going to get a lot of run.
Yeah, absolutely. Former Michigan athlete J.J. McCarthy did throw 5 interceptions at training camp yesterday. A guy that I have been singing the praises of has not looked quite as sharp the last couple of days, but Skubal has been sharp, but so has Gausman as we kick off the bottom of the 5th here as Vierling takes the first offering, a splitter for a foul.
That was a great pitch by Kevin Gausman. That was right on the corner. Matt Vierling did what he can to get anything on it.
And you said it, Gausman attacks the strike zone. He's done that so far today. Pitch number 63 will be incoming to Matt Vierling here as we're in the bottom of the 5th from Detroit. Game is still tied at 0-0. Tigers trying to heat those bats up.
Yeah, second time through the lineup here for Gausman. Tigers have seen him a little bit. Hopefully they can get some lumber on some of his pitches.
Yeah, second pitch there taken outside for a ball, leaving up the count. Vierling trying to get out of his slump as he returned from injury a little while ago and hasn't quite brought the bat the way he did last year. He'll take pitch number 3 in the dirt here and get ahead of the count, 2-1.
Vierling's had a couple of bats now, and he's been seeing Gausman pretty well. Obviously, his first at bat ended with a ground out. Hopefully, he can get a ball in the air here. Vierling's heating up a tiny bit. I know it doesn't look like it, but he's had some better at bats. He's pieced together a couple hits. Hopefully, the rust is starting to shake off.
Yeah, and he takes a ball 3 there on a high inside fastball. He is seeing the ball well. We haven't seen a lot of these guys take many pitches from Gausman thus far, but Vierling has battled. He's facing a 3-1 count here as we see the Cecil Fielder cut out there.
Shout out.
Another fastball over the middle. He's able to catch up with this one for a foul. And that will give him the full count here with no outs in the bottom of the 5th. Tigers really looking to start a rally. Have only had 2 base runners thus far through the game on a walk and a hit here.
Yeah, not a lot of pressure on Gausman.
Yeah, another strike there over the middle. He's able to catch up with it, foul it off, stay alive at 3-2.
Vierling seeing a lot of pitches here, a couple cuts there. It looks like he's seeing Gausman better than a majority of these Tigers hitters, so hopefully he gets paid off for it.
And in comes the payoff pitch. And it's a fastball down the middle. Got it by him. 94 mile per hour. Vierling should have been able to catch up with that one.
Yeah, elevated it a little bit. Still in the zone, but it was up higher in the zone, and Vierling swings under it, unfortunately. A good at bat by Vierling, but it ends in a strikeout.
Yeah, so we have 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Once again, this game is absolutely cruising by from Comerica Park. Second game of 3-game set. Wencel Perez up to bat, 0 for 1 in the first appearance as he takes ball 1.
Yeah, Tigers need to get some guys on the base paths here, put some pressure on Kevin Gausman. He's way too comfortable on the mound right now.
Wencel Perez grounded out in the second, batting 1 for 9 in the series thus far. And he takes a low offering inside, shoots it down foul past the first baseman.
Good contact on that swing by Wencel. Unfortunately, the ball stayed foul.
I'd like to see these guys battle a little bit more like Verlian did in that last at-bat. Gausman, that was his 70th pitch, so we shouldn't see him too many more innings as he sends one wide and outside for ball 2.
Yeah, he's getting a little loose in the zone now. We're seeing more balls. Pause. Hopefully Wenzel can work a walk here at the very least, but getting more pitches on that arm for Gausman is always a good thing.
2-1 pitch is on its way for a strike, a swinging strike on a tough splitter there. The splitter's been working for Gausman today.
Yeah, that was a great pitch. Obviously had Wenzel's bat sped up with a couple fastballs and then dropped that one off in the zone.
And the 2-2 pitch from Gausman over the plate is popped up by Perez to left field for the second out of the inning. Davis Schneider retires that one easily.
Wenzel, just got under that one and ended up easy pop out to the left fielder. 2 outs here for the Tigers in the bottom of the 5th inning.
He looks like Lance Parrish. Or no, Jack Morris.
Who?
Davis Schneider.
David Schneider,
looks
yeah.
just like Jack Morris. What did you say, a power mustache?
Power mustache,
You have
absolutely.
one of those too, so it takes one to know one.
Thank you. I try. This was gifted to me by the lovely people of Woodward Sports.
There you go.
They paid
there you
for me to
go.
shave
It
my
is
beard.
wicked awesome.
It is.
Javi Baez, second time up to bat, takes a fastball low at the ankles for ball 1.
Like to see that. I mean, I know that's an easy pitch that everybody should take, but you like to see Javi taking that pitch.
Everyone should take, but Javi loves to swing at
Yeah,
those.
he
High
does.
heat and the well outside. That's some of his favorite offerings. As Gausman with pitch number 75 over the plate, smashed by Baez, but smashed foul.
Good swing by Javi.
It was. Evening things up at 1-1. Javi also struggling in this series is 1 for 7 thus far.
Yeah, I mean, the whole team's struggling. And Javi's fallen off a little bit since the All-Star break, but so is the entire Tigers organization.
A beautiful shot of that Detroit skyline as the next pitch comes in well outside. They've got the scouting report on Baez.
Yeah.
They got him with it the first time, but he's not falling for it this second at-bat.
Great job laying off that one.
Absolutely. Counts up at 2-1. Bottom of the 5th here. 2 outs. Ball game tied 0-0 from Comerica Park. And he sends it low. And a big swinging strike there is going to even things up at 2-2.
Yeah, Javi wanted that one. Man, that was a good pitch by Gausman, but you'd love to see Javi lay off that one, but that was pretty nasty.
He almost twirled him out of his shoes on that one. 2-2 pitch from Gausman inside and a big swinging strike. Gets him out. Javi Baez 0 for 2 today, and the Tigers go down swinging in the 5th, 0-0 from Comerica Park, and not what we were hoping for in the first half of this game, Spenny.
No, another strikeout for Javi Baez there. Bad swing on a pitch from Kevin Gausman, and this lineup is struggling. Let's see when they get back up there. It'll be their 3rd time through the lineup, so hopefully maybe they could do some damage to Kevin Gausman there. But oh, man, this is tough. This is a tough stretch of baseball for the Tigers. They got to get Skubal some runs.
Yeah, well, it's the present right now is a little bit tough.
Yes.
But the future is bright for this Detroit Tigers team. We have one of the best we have the best farm system in baseball
Yes,
right
we
now,
do.
something I've never been able to say in my life. And we just had a little draft the other day. So we want to take a quick look in on our number 1 pick, a kid from high school.
Yeah.
A guy known as Jordan Yost.
Jordan Yost, yeah, he's a lefty. Obviously, Scott Harris likes lefties. He's committed to Florida, shortstop, second baseman, middle infielder type of guy. He is the number 1 shortstop in the state of Florida and was the number 26 shortstop in the country when he was drafted. The guy is a big lefty. He's obviously we're not going to see him anytime soon, but he attacks the strike zone. He hits line drives. And that's what we see with these guys that Scott Harris is bringing in. Everybody in the Tigers organization, Kevin McGonigal, Max Clark, Briseño, Rodriguez, Rayner, all of these guys, they hit line drives and they attack the strike zone, and that's what Jordan Yost does as well.
Yeah, OPS is the name of the game these days, and that is a guy that is going to steady be on base, I think. He looks like he's about ready for driver's training.
Yeah.
But I think by the time he gets up to the big leagues, he'll be just fine as we take a look at Skubal's pitch mix so far. Through 5 innings on his strikes and balls there,
That's a cool graphic.
Yeah, it certainly is. Certainly is. Skubal starting up the 6th inning here with a high fastball. They're going to appeal.
Did he go? It looked like he
They
went.
say that he didn't. I thought that he did, Spenny.
It looked like it, but good way to lay off here by our mustachioed friend.
Yep. Jack Morris up to plate here. Davis Schneider really looks a lot like Tiger. Great former pitcher of the 84 squad, Jack Morris. Some of you older fans might see the resemblance as he gets ahead and Skubal in the count here 2-0.
Jack Morris dominant in the World Series to help the Tigers bring that one home for sure. My dad loves him some Jack Morris.
Oh, yeah, and dominant for the Twinkies as well, man. I hated seeing him go over there. And
Gifted a strike there.
that was a strike call?
That was a strike.
Wow,
Skubal
a
gifted
high
strike
and
there.
outside changeup there. Somehow gets the call. That's the first one we've seen from Blue today. Fourth pitch is inside on a changeup swinging strike, and the count is even at 2-2 here.
Yeah, you'd like to see Skubal get back in the count after falling down 2-0 with 2 good pitches. Let's see if he can put him down here and get another strikeout.
And the 2-2 pitch is fouled off. Just a piece of it. Great looking changeup that clipped the bottom of the zone there. Schneider knew it and took a nice swing at it.
Absolutely. And it's going to take a hell of a nice swing to do some serious damage with a pitch like that. Skubal knows when he buries that changeup, man, it is almost impossible to hit.
Skubal delivers 2-2 pitch, and that one is smacked to left field. He might get to it. Riley Green on his feet was able to get to that one, but that could have been trouble, but it's the first out of the 6th.
Looked like trouble, but Riley Green in the right spot at the right time and takes care of it. A good swing and a good contact on Skubal there from Schneider, but Riley Green patrolling left field for the Tigers. Not a lot of things are going to drop on him.
Yeah, that nearly took his mid off when he caught that.
Yeah, I would love to see the exit velo on that one. That's got to be in the hundreds.
George Springer takes a first pitch changeup for a strike, and Skubal gets ahead of the second batter. Pitch number 2 here.
Third
to
time through the
Springer.
lineup for Skubal.
100-mile-per-hour fastball, and he blows it past Springer. Boy, oh boy, this guy is he is ready to get to the hospital to see the birth of his child. Skubal, 0-2 pitch in the dirt. He didn't like that one. Springer wasn't fooled.
Yeah, overthrew the changeup. You see him. He knows it. It spiked that one before. Oh, well. 1-2.
Yep. 1-2 here, top of the 6th from Detroit. Comerica Park. Tigers and the Blue Jays scoreless thus far.
Yeah, pitcher's duel so far in this one. Tigers bats not doing their ace any
Here's
favors.
a shot into the gap, handled by Riley Green for an easy single for Springer. Springer celebrating, putting his hands up. I think at this point, with the way Skubal is pitching, I think any kind of a hit is a celebration.
Yeah, Skubal left that one spinning at the top of the zone there. Springer did a good job reaching out, getting his arms extended, and poking that one into center field.
Yeah, looked like it could have been trouble, but didn't really get much on it. So Riley Green was able to catch up with that one. And
There's got to be a story behind that. Maybe that's Springer's first hit off Skubal
could
or
be.
something like that.
You don't normally see that.
Yeah.
Vladdy here takes a high fastball, which really could have been called a strike there, but they call it a ball. So 1 on, 1-0 is the count, 1 out here.
99 miles an hour there for Skubal. He's getting into it. Top of the 6th here.
Vlad takes a nasty knuckle curve that just moved all over the place, started high, ended up near the bottom of the zone for a called strike.
It's just unfair when you give him 99 and then throw a 79-mile-per-hour knuckle curve. That is insane.
And Vlad Guerrero with one of the best eyes in baseball as he takes pitch number 3 here from Skubal. It'll be low. Change up.
Yep, trying to get Vladdy to fish there on that one. 2-1. Skubal still in control here on the mound. You got to take care of George Springer first, because if you forget about him, he will steal a base on you.
Yeah. Vlad 1 for 1 today and is 6 for 12 in this series. He's been absolutely electric lately as he takes ball 3 there on a low changeup. Count is 3-1.
3-1. I think this is Skubal's second 3-ball count of the game. Obviously, the first one resulted in that walk. You don't see him getting a lot of 3-ball counts. So let's see. I expect him to attack Vladdy. Hopefully, Vladdy doesn't get a good swing.
And he's going to pop him up, but that'll be behind Jake Rogers and out of play. You really want to get this out here with the 3-2 count because you don't want to see Bo Bichette again.
No, you don't, and especially having 2 men on and 1 out, that would be very, very bad situation for Skubal to be put into. But let's get a strikeout here of Vladdy, and you won't have to worry about it.
And a high fastball is taken. And so 2 men on now with Skubal's second walk of the day. Not what you wanted to see there again with Bo Bichette coming up with a chance to put possibly 3 runs on the board.
Yeah, not very characteristic of Skubal. Obviously does not walk a lot of batters. Already his second walk today. So let's see what Tarik Skubal does here. And ground ball, you're out of the inning. Hopefully they can get another double play like they did in the last inning.
Bichette swings at the first changeup, sends it foul. 0-1 in the count.
Good pitch there by Skubal, getting in front of Bo Bichette in the getting that first pitch strike in there. Obviously, with 2 men on, you got to be careful with a dangerous hitter in Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette hitting .381 with runners in scoring position. Definitely a deadly man here with runners on base as he sends his second offering foul. And he does fall behind here. Skubal getting ahead 0-2.
Yeah, good situation here for Tarik Skubal. Would love to get a strikeout of Bo Bichette. 0-2 hole. This is tough. But again, Bo Bichette very dangerous. So you got to be careful.
This would be a big strikeout to help Skubal's cause. This is the 80th pitch today. And, oh, boy, he almost got that 100-mile-per-hour by him, but Bichette's able to catch up and send it foul.
Yeah, Bo Bichette just got a piece of that one. Skubal, again, hitting triple digits on the gun, trying to get him out, but Bo Bichette stays alive.
Yep. Bo Bichette battling here, down 0-2. Skubal readies, looks at first and delivers. This one low. Rogers able to keep it ahead of him and keep the runner on second, George Springer.
Good job by Jake Rogers to keep that one in front of him. Skubal playing with his food a little bit here. Could be dangerous with Bo Bichette. Hopefully he can put him down.
Bo Bichette and Vlad have been absolutely on fire lately. The Blue Jays, Batman and Robin. Skubal looking to work as he gets a nice changeup inside, but Bichette takes it for a ride into the upper deck left foul.
Yeah, that is crazy that he got that much on that pitch. That was a changeup down and inside. Bo Bichette golfed it.
Yeah.
Foul, though, luckily for the Detroit Tigers.
He Happy Gilmore did.
He did Happy Gilmore. I haven't seen it yet.
I have not either, but I will be later tonight.
I'm probably going to watch it this weekend.
1-2 pitch to Bichette, another low one that he fouls away.
Bo Bichette staying alive here, getting a piece of Tarik Skubal stuff. Couple low changeups. I would expect a high fastball here to see if he can get a swing under it.
And Skubal's starting to get that pitch count up into the 80s here, so hopefully he can get out of this inning so we can see a 7th inning from the ace.
You would love that. You would love to get 7 strong out of Tarik Skubal, and the Tigers are going to need it with the way the bullpen's been performing.
Certainly. Skubal steps off there, gives himself a second.
Little nervousness here for Tarik Skubal. He's got a couple guys on. Couple outs, obviously baby on the way. He knows that the offense is struggling, so he wants to keep these runs off the board.
Yeah, he knows how big this stop would be. Bichette.
Yeah, if you can get Bo here.
Yeah, fouls another one. 3 straight similar pitches and all fouled off in similar ways for Bichette as he battles to stay alive in a 1-2 count.
Yeah, he's trying to bury him with that changeup low, and Bo Bichette has just gotten enough out of a couple of them to drive up Skubal's pitch count a little bit.
Definitely driving Skubal into the 80s at this point. 1 out here, runners on first and second. Game deadlocked, scoreless, 0-0 here from Detroit. High changeup from Bichette, or to Bichette from Skubal there. Even the things at 2.
Tried to get him to swing at that one. I really like that pitch selection. Would have loved to drop it in the zone, but unfortunately Bo Bichette, as a good player does, took that pitch and he lives to swing on.
Yes, he certainly does. Count is 2-2. Skubal working further in the pitch count than normal here. Sends a changeup outside, and Bichette catches up again, sends this one foul. He's battling.
He is. This is a long at-bat. This is a taxing at-bat for Skubal with men on in this situation. Man, how many pitches is that? It's got to be at least 10.
25 this inning alone. After going efficiently through 5, he's found himself some trouble here with an inside fastball. 101 miles per hour, nearly hit Bichette. Bichette pretty happy that he didn't get hit by that here, but got a 3-2 count, full count here. Runners on first and second. Bichette trying to get the Rays or the Blue Jays ahead here as he fouls off another four-seamer, staying alive.
Long at bat from Bo Bichette here, really doing work into Skubal's pitch count. I would be surprised if Skubal sees the 7th.
Yeah, he might not come out here, and he still needs to get himself 2 more outs.
How?
Try and
11 pitch at bat so far.
Yeah, try and hold them to a scoreless 6 here as the super hot Blue Jays look to put their first run on the board, first run of the game.
Yeah, Tigers faithful there at Comerica Park, getting up, trying to make some noise for their ace. Hopefully he can punch out. This is good on good here. Bo Bichette versus Tarik Skubal.
They might not see him again before he has another human being in the family.
That is true.
Bichette readies, takes, and it's another foul.
Man.
Another foul off a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. Skubal got to be frustrated. He's throwing everything at him right now, but the kitchen sink, he just can't seem to miss that bat.
Yeah, he is staying alive. Bo Bichette doing a good job. 13 pitch at bat here for Bo Bichette.
Comerica is at their feet, absolutely. Skubal, pitch number 90. And that one missed. It looks like it was off the plate. The Tigers fans got excited. Now we're upset. To me, that was a ball.
Yeah, that was a ball for sure. I don't know what Tigers fans are upset about. That was not on the plate. The third walk of the game for Tarik Skubal.
And Fetter Maid will head to the mound to discuss how they're going to get out of this inning now with only 1 out and the bases loaded. That's 2 walks in this inning alone, and we're approaching 30 pitches for Scoops.
Yeah, not very familiar territory for Tigers fans watching Tarik Skubal struggle like this. This has been a tough inning, but again, a ground ball will get you out of it. You got an out at every base. You just need a ground ball double play, and it's like it never happened.
Hey, quick reminder to the chat, we will read your super chat messages, and we also have a Riley Green rookie card as well as a Jose Briseño rookie card. Both are going to go to whoever wins that wheel. So if you do super chat, we'll put your name on that prize wheel, which will spin at the end of the show here. But Heineman steps to the plate, the catcher, hoping to unlock this deadlock tie at 0-0 right now and put the first runs on the board. Skubal, uphill battle here, 1 out, top of the 6th, bases loaded. First pitch, smacked foul.
97 at the top of the zone there by Skubal, and these Blue Jays hitters are starting to touch him a little bit. Not any damage done, but they are fouling off a lot of pitches.
Tyler Holton and Chase Lee working in the bullpen now, as this will most likely be the last inning we see Skubal. 0-1 pitch is on its way, and this one smacked, popped up a little bit. It's going to be tough, and it falls in on a bloop in front of the center fielder. They throw home and get him.
Oh, Matt
and
Vierling.
They still got him.
Matt Vierling with a great throw to the plate to knock him down. Wow, you needed that one. You needed that one.
That really should have been a run-scoring single, but because it was a bloop, the runner at third didn't know whether it was going to be caught, so he waited to tag up, but he waited too long.
Yep.
And Vierling makes the throw. Rogers makes the tag. Skubal 1 out away from escaping any kind of damage here with the bases loaded in the 6th.
Yeah, nothing George Springer can do there. Like you said, he has to stay at third base, and then he has to go home when that ball lands in the outfield. Matt Vierling comes up firing and delivers a strike to Jake Rogers.
As Skubal laughing, happy about that one. I'm sure he will be telling his children one day, once he has them, of course, later today. But the first pitch to Barger is a called strike. Hell of a sinker there. Once again, we're in the top of the 6th here. 2 out, 3 on, deadlocked at 0-0. Skubal desperately trying to get the final out of the inning.
Are those some Lions behind home plate sitting in the Tigers club? I can't tell.
Pitch number 2 fouled off by Barger.
All right, Skubal, here we go. Got him down 0-2. Put him away.
Yeah.
Get out of this.
Love to see that one final strikeout for Skubal on the day to finish this inning and get out of it. 0-2 up on the youngster Addison Barger.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do here. Matt Vierling, that was a great throw by him. Again, George Springer was in no man's land because when that ball drops, he has to go home.
No doubt. Oh, and that one might have got him. They're going to repeal. No! They say he didn't go around. I thought he did. Check swing ball call there. I thought he was out of the inning. Let's take another look at this one. Ooh, I guess he just held up there.
Yeah, that was close, but it looks like he held up.
Yeah, just barely. Barger stays alive here. Top of the 6th, Skubal.
Come on, Scoobs.
Takes another second for himself. He's going to step off the mound for just a moment.
Stepping off the rubber. He knows how important this pitch is. Bases juice, 2 outs, 0-0 ball game. 1-2 pitch coming from Skubal.
And it's across this plate. Looked at it.
Got it.
101 strike. Wow.
Yes.
He's
Fuck
in
yes,
and out of
Skubal.
there. Took him 30-plus pitches as he approaches 100 on the game. I don't think we'll see him in the 7th, but he K's Addison Barger to get out of some serious trouble as the Blue Jays leave 3 runners on as we head to the bottom of the 6th here from Comerica Park.
That's why he's your ace. That's why he's your horse. 101 miles an hour to strike him out, leaving the bases loaded and keeping it at a 0-0 tie. Great pitch by Skubal. You see him fired up, yelling coming off of the mound. He's a horse, man. Needed that one. Keeps these Tigers alive. I personally would like to see Tyler Holton being the first arm out of the pen because he's been very hot recently. But now, hopefully these Tigers can get a little fired up. 3rd time through the lineup against Gausman. They're seeing him a little bit better the 2nd time through. Hopefully they can get some damage done.
Well, and as we mentioned, they'd get an opportunity to extend their lead over the Cleveland Guardians, who lost today versus the Kansas City Royals. Let's take a look around the league as the Phillies were able to beat the Yankees 9-4. Still got a couple late games with Seattle and the Angels facing off later tonight, as well as the Mets and the Giants. Looks like they do have a doubleheader in Kansas City. Cleveland is up 3-0 there in the top of the 2nd. Arizona and Pittsburgh 0-0. San Diego 1-0 in the 2nd over the Cardinals. Dodgers leading Boston in the 2nd 2-0. Athletics up 1-0 against Houston. Nick Kurtz with a historic game last night.
Insane.
Absolutely insane.
6 for 6, 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, 19 total bases for Nick Kurtz.
Yep, and the Braves up 2-1 against the Rangers thus far. Deadlocked in Chicago between the Cubs and the White Sox 0-0. Same thing between the Twinkies and the Natties. Baltimore up 3-0 on the Rockies. Tampa Bay, Cincinnati scoreless, as well as our very own Tigers and Blue Jays here as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
You love to see Skubal fired up like that, roaring after he leaves the mound with a 101-mile-per-hour strikeout.
And as Zach McKinstry takes strike 1 with a 4-seamer over the plate, we got to hope that the Tigers can do the same type of damage to Gausman with a 25-30 pitch inning the way that they did to us with Skubal this last
That would be very nice. That is something they've been sitting for a while. Gausman has been sitting for a while, obviously, with a long inning there for the Blue Jays. So Zach McKinstry sees 2 pretty hittable pitches, but he's down 0-2.
Yeah, nice cut at that second one. Fouls it back. 2 very nice pitches that you mentioned, Spenny. But he does foul down 0-2 here. We're in the bottom of the 6th from Comerica Park. Game 2 in the 3-game set with the league-leading Blue Jays, hottest team in baseball. 3rd pitch is over the plate here. Tough one handled by short. McKinstry not able to beat it out. 1 down here.
Good play by Bo Bichette there. Oh, it wasn't Bo Bichette. Was Bo Bichette at second? Great play there by whoever that was, making the play on Zach McKinstry. And here again, Matt Vierling, that throw to get George Springer at the plate to keep this a 0-0 game, comes up firing and delivers a strike. Tigers, not a lot of great arms in that outfield, but that was a great throw by Matt Vierling.
Yeah, there's been 2 huge defensive plays by these Tigers today. Jake Rogers involved with both as he comes to the plate here. Smacks one. Looks like it's going to be foul. Almost looked like they took a timeout in the middle of that pitch.
Yeah, little half swing there by Jake Rogers. That was weird.
It looked like the pitcher even raised his arm after he threw that as well.
Yeah, not sure what happened on that one.
But regardless, it is a strike. 0-1 the count. Rogers about to take the 83rd pitch from Gausman as it's well outside at 83 miles per hour.
Jake Rogers doing a good job. Obviously, he's got the lone hit off of Kevin Gausman, and at the bottom of the Tigers lineup, hopefully he can get on base, turn it over to Gleyber Torres.
Quick game thus far has slowed down a bit, but that one, a slow
Rogers.
pitch strike there as he swung at something outside.
Jake Baez, Javi Rogers, bad swing there by Jake.
You got that right, Spenny. 1-2's the count here, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Rogers takes one low. 4 straight 83-mile-per-hour splitters low and outside from Gausman.
Gausman losing a little of the command, losing a little of the velocity. This is, again, going to be his 3rd time through the lineup after Rogers is done, so hopefully they can start taking advantage of him.
You want to see those Tigers bats battle this inning, and he will battle again here. That one a little low and out of the zone, but the way that Blue's been calling it today, I think Rogers had to swing at that, and he was able to get a little bit of bat on and stay alive here with a 2-2 count.
Yep, yeah. Oh, Tommy Canley warming up for the Tigers in the bullpen. That is
Scary.
a choice.
That is scary.
Tarik Skubal not looking like he's out of the game yet. I don't know if they'd put him back in, but we'll see.
Could happen. Could happen. We'll see.
Wouldn't be crazy.
Gausman with another 83-mile-per-hour splitter, this one over the plate. Rogers a little frustrated that he couldn't get more bat on it. Slaps that one foul. Count is still at 2-2. Gausman about to pitch his 88th pitch there, and yet another 83-mile-per-hour splitter. This one low out of the zone, but it got Rogers swinging.
Tigers hitters are making Gausman look like Tarik Skubal. This is tough. This is tough, man.
No, it certainly is. 2 out here, bottom of 6. Tigers have not really been able to get much going at all. I believe they've only have, 2 base runners thus far?
2 base runners, a walk and a hit by Jake Rogers.
Yeah. So when you got your stopper out there, that's when you hope that the bats are going to be able to provide him some protection, but thus far, no. Gleyber Torres, 0 for 2 today, takes the first offering. Foul.
Big swing and a miss there, or not swing and a miss. Big swing and a foul ball there by Gleyber Torres. A good pitch by Gausman. There was some heat on that one. 94. That might have been his fastest fastball of the day.
Yeah, we haven't seen much heat from him thus far. He's been very capable of a lot of movement thus far, and he's fooled a lot of bats. This one fooling nobody, a high 4-seamer well outside of the zone.
Definitely his fastest pitch of the day, 95. He reached back for a little extra on that, and you see the overthrow causing it to go way high.
Tigers looking to get on base, just would be their 3rd base runner of the day, and Torres takes one of the better eyes on the team here, gets ahead 2-1.
Yeah, Gleyber Torres not going to strike out a whole lot. He sees the zone very well. Hopefully he can work a nice at-bat here with 2 outs for the Detroit Tigers.
Torres, one of the better bats through this losing streak. He smacks one that's dropped in right field, and what should have been a routine flyout is dropped. That'll be an error contributed to the young Addison Barger. You can see the frustration on his face. Idiot. But Comerica Park, they will rally around anything right now, Spenny.
With the Tigers need base runners any way possible. Just an absolutely awful error by Barger right there.
Really misplayed that one. I'm just hearing my Little League coach, 2 hands!
Yeah,
2 hands!
2 hands, man. That is a tough way to drop that one. Hopefully the Tigers can take advantage.
Ooh, Riley with a big cut on his first offering there. A slider, a low one, still in the zone, but he was looking to put 2 runs up on with that swing.
Yeah, and he's all or nothing right now. Riley Green, hopefully we get some all of it, and he hits one out of here. But
an inside fastball there, just able to connect and goes foul. Riley, right around 850 OPS, 847, been pretty fantastic. He does strike out, but he also has 25 home runs on the season.
Yeah, we need him here. This is where you need Riley Green to step up and get a hit here.
That's what you asked for at the beginning of the game, Spencer. Let's see if we can get it as he takes an outside 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Definitely dialing it up here. Gausman, as he approaches his 100th pitch, this will be number 96. The 1-2 offering to Riley Green here with 1 on, 2 out, bottom of the 6th. Let's see what happens. Oh, and he's going to get the called strike on a check swing inside
Christ, Riley,
fastball.
what
Not
the
the way
fuck?
you want to see that inning end.
Terrible swing. He didn't even swing. It was a half swing. It was a terrible pitch to swing at. It was a foot inside. What are you doing, Riley? We need you. You need Riley Green to step up, and he has not. Another strikeout.
And really a poor at-bat.
Bad at-bat.
We've seen a couple of poor at-bats from him, and really there's only been one or two guys that have battled thus far. It was Rogers again, right?
Yeah. Tigers get gifted a base runner, and they can't do anything with it. Riley Green strikes out to end the inning. Kevin Gausman has 10 strikeouts against this Detroit Tigers lineup. Just a terrible performance when your horse is on the mound. His wife's about to give birth, and he comes here and he gives you an outing like he's giving you today, and you are absolutely shitting the bed at the plate. Detroit Tigers hitters should be embarrassed and ashamed of themselves. This is a terrible performance.
Yeah, well, here we are at the end of the sixth. We're going to take a look over to Comerica Park and get some info from our guy, Nick Kohloff, our Tigers insider. He's got a couple of clips from some big moments in today's game. You got those for us, Birdie?
Shout out, Nick.
Today we're going to be asking fans if this team should be making any upgrades at the deadline.
A reliever, someone that gets whiffs. I need a strikeout guy in the ninth. But if we don't get him, we're winning the World Series anyways.
Reliever. Maybe a hitter at the end of the lineup. That's about it.
Give us a little bit. Let's get Paul Skeens.
October is
Let's get Paul Skeens, baby.
October's on, baby! Let's go! Come on! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Whiffs, we need strikeout rate, and we need power big time.
I'd add a power hitting third baseman, and he resides in Arizona. I'm adding Eugenio Suarez to this team in a heartbeat. I believe Chris Fetter can get this pitching right, but we still obviously need the bullpen help.
Yeah, I can't argue with any of those. Paul Skeens, love those guys getting hyped. Probably not going to happen, but you do need to get an arm in that bullpen to create some swing and miss. They are 30th in the MLB for their bullpen whiff rate, so you need to improve on that. A guy that'll miss bats out of the bullpen. And you also, Eugenio Suarez has said that he wants to come to the Tigers. He wants to win a World Series here. You look at the teams that are attacking him, it's Seattle and New York. And if you allow Seattle or New York, two teams that are ahead of you in the American League already, improve even more, Seattle getting Josh Naylor and trying to get Eugenio Suarez again, and you just sit on your hands, that would be shameful by the Tigers front office.
Well, and this front office isn't used to being in buy mode.
No.
And so they're going to have to keep up with the perennial buyers like the Yankees. Well, we return here
Tommy Kahnle
with Tommy Kahnle on the mound, a guy that struggled with like a 30 ERA this month alone, was great early on in the season. First pitch is, well, it's a changeup. We know that's pretty much all that he throws, and he gets a swinging strike on the first one. Good start for Tommy Kahnle.
The Woodward sports fans not very excited to see Tommy Kahnle in there, but he gets the ground ball there. Javier Baez throws over. Torkelson scoops it, not in time.
Oh, I thought he had him there. Ernie Clement, a guy that we already mentioned, has some wheels, is able to beat that one out. Got past the third baseman. Javi had to get it on that hop at short. Third was hoping to get it, but just enough time for Clement to get there. And it's honestly not a great throw there from Javi.
They got him. He's out. He is out. Oh, he's out by a full step.
Yeah, by a far step. They should definitely be reviewing this one. Oh, did he hold the ball?
Tork's got the ball the whole time, but it was like on the rim of his glove.
So this will be another very close review here. I would imagine just for the sanity of Chris Fetter and Tommy Kahnle that you have to review this one.
You have to review that one. It looks like he's out. I think that's pretty clear and concise that he's out there, no? Oh, they called him out. Okay.
Okay. Oh, no, wait. It looks like the call was overturned.
The call was out. Okay.
So they did actually review
Expedited
it.
that
Came
one.
back quickly. A very quick challenge there, and the Tigers get that first out for Kahnle, which that's got to be a great confidence builder.
Definitely a sigh of relief there from Tommy Kahnle to not have the first man on.
Yep. The lefty Lukes will face off against the righty Kahnle here. First time we've seen him today. Nathan Lukes, hitting
Yeah,
268 on the season.
Didn't want to put him out there with Skubal on the mound when he was dominating, but Tommy Cantley, overthrows that one.
Cantley with a high changeup there. Falls behind in the count 2-0. They're going to have to put one over the plate next.
Yep, yeah. Obviously, Tarik Skubal not in this game anymore. Tommy Cantley on the mound. He finished with 95 pitches. Great outing for Tarik Skubal. 6 scoreless. I don't know how many strikeouts he had. It was right around double digits, and with the 3 walks, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, as Cantley gets a called strike over the heart of the plate there, Lukes was taking the whole way. Count 2-1.
Good pitch.
Here's the pitch from Cantley, and that's a tricky one. Lukes lays off another called strike, even in the count up at 2-2.
Good change up there by Tommy Cantley. He overthrew the first 2 in this at-bat, but his last 2 have been very good.
Absolutely, and we'd love to see this guy get that confidence that we saw him have in the early part of the season. As he pops him up here. This is going to be a tough one. Over the shoulder catch for Z-Mac.
What a catch.
Wow.
Great play by Zach McKinstry. Now the third great play he's made at third base in this game. Wow. Looking over his shoulder. Riley Green wouldn't have got there in time. He was the only guy that can make the catch, and he makes the play. Great play by Z-Mac.
Willie Mays Hayes on that one. Z-Mac keeping him in the ball game. Listen,
7
the
strikeouts
bats
for
might
Skubal.
not have shown up, but the Detroit Tigers defense has been on point today.
Yes, you do like to see that. Obviously, you want the bats. You need to look at you got to go over there and take care of Skubal with some hits and with some things like that. But the defense has been playing very well, and obviously Skubal was dominant. Hopefully, Cantley can get out of this inning.
2 out here, top of the 7th from Comerica Park. 0-1 pitch here from Cantley. Right over the plate, popped up. This one is going to be handled easily in center field. And a 1-2-3 inning for Tommy Cantley, something that we have been waiting for over a month to see. Is the relief pitching back a little bit?
That is, I'm not going to go that far just yet, but that was a great outing by Tommy Cantley, a great inning by Tommy Cantley. We'll see if they put him out there for the 8th as well. I would doubt it, but 1, 2, 3, you needed that. He needed that to get his confidence back, and the Tigers definitely needed that for their bullpen.
Bertie, I think that we got a couple of clips from Nick, a couple of the big plays that we've seen today, and we'll just let you watch them for yourself.
Shout out Nick Kohloff.
Skubal walking off the mound already. Skubal dominant 1-2-3 inning as these fans are fired up, hoping to avoid 6 straight losses. Psycho Scoob at it again.
Tigers ace absolutely fired up there, and you love to see that. But we got to see that throw from Matt Vierling. I think we got that one from Nick as well. Shout out Nick Kohloff, our Woodward Tigers insider. Let's take a look.
Great tag by Jake Rogers on that, too. George Springer, he's a fast guy, so great job of Matt Vierling by getting it in fast, and a great tag by Jake Rogers.
Down at home!
Our guy Nick loving it, dude.
Matt
Jake Rogers
how you like me
and
Nick is fired up. Love to see that. Season high strikeouts for Kevin Gallagher.
the battery has been the MVP today between Skubal and Rogers. Rogers getting on base, making plays defensively, and sometimes to get yourself out of a hole, you got to find creative ways to win, and so far they're doing that to stay in this game here. As we see a new pitcher, Fisher, for the Blue Jays, delivers an opening pitch slider to Torkelson.
Yeah, Braden Fisher coming out of the bullpen. He's pretty good for the Blue Jays. He's not a crazy super high arm. Like, he's kind of like Gausman. He'll get up to 96, 97 possibly with the fastball, but this is a guy the Tigers could touch a little bit, so hopefully Torque can get something to swing at. There you go.
Yep, now is the time. 1-1 here is the count, and he's going to smash one deep here. Won't get down close to the warning track. That one's handled pretty easily there. Torkelson just would have loved to have pushed that into the crowd and get this to a 1-0 ball game, but we still remain deadlocked at 0-0 scoreless from Comerica Park. Got one out, bottom of the 7th, and again, a pitcher in that the Tigers can hopefully hone in on and get some more base runners on the path here as Colt Keith steps up 0 for 1 on the day, takes a high curveball for a called ball.
Yep, hopefully Colt Keith can get something here off of Fisher. You got Will Vest warming up in the Tigers bullpen, probably going to come in after Tommy Canley set the Blue Jays down 1-2-3 in the 7th.
And a sweeping curveball falls into the strike zone for a called strike, evening to count up at 1-1 for Colt.
That's a good pitch. Colt Keith, this is a guy who can turn on an inside fastball. We saw that Fisher was pitching away from Spencer Torkelson, so if he tries to go in on Colt Keith could rip one. He's mad he missed that one.
Righty on lefty, and he did just miss that high four-seam fastball. Fouled it back, and would love to see just a little bit of power in this game from one of our guys and give our pitching staff a little bit of breathing room. 1-2 pitch is on its way from Fisher. Another curveball smacked straight to Vlad. Line drive for the second out of the bottom of the 7th inning. Tigers bats just can't figure it out.
Yeah, good swing by Colt Keith, but unfortunately it was right at Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Man, the Tigers are struggling, man. We need somebody to do something. Matt Vierling, how about a homer here?
Yeah, would be real nice. Vierling maybe got some momentum off of that throw at the plate there to get that runner out, who was actually Vladdy there. Takes the first pitch for a ball low and outside.
Vierling had a couple nice at-bats against Gausman. Unfortunately, nothing to show from it, but he takes the first 2 here, and he gets himself in a good hitter's count.
Another slider well outside, wasn't fooling him at all. Gets ahead of Fisher, 2-0.
2-0, he's going to get something to hit here, so hopefully he can do some damage with it.
2 out here, bottom of the 7th. Comerica Park fans nervous, trying to stop the slide, and another sweeping curveball started up high and somehow clipped the top of the zone there. Another gift from Blue.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. That was a good pitch. He snuck it in there. I think it was a strike.
Here's a low shot over to Bichette. Bichette with a tough throw to get it there in time, and he does.
Oh, my goodness.
Vlad stretched out. Hell of a play from short there. And Tigers go down. Had an opportunity to make a little bit of noise here, but again, can't finish the plays off, getting to the bag. Vlad just able to get him out there.
Yeah, 1-2-3 in the 7th for the Detroit Tigers there. Man, gonna have to do something here. It looks like Will Vest was preparing to come out for the 8th. We'll see if they still do that. Maybe they go Tommy Canley in the 8th and then give the 9th to Will Vest. We'll see, but it doesn't matter if the Tigers don't score any runs. These bats need to wake the fuck up.
Yes, they do. Well, we want to catch back up with our Caesar's best bet. Early on in the game, Nick told you to take the over on the strikes for Kevin Gausman. Mm-hmm. He also said that he would have told you to take the over on Skubal's strikes, but he wasn't sure if he would have to leave the game for the birth of his child. Both of them would have cashed, though.
Both of them would have cashed. Skubal ended the game with 7 strikeouts. Kevin Gausman ended the game with 10 strikeouts. A pitcher's duel so far in this one. Hopefully the Tigers can get into the bullpen of Toronto and do some damage, but not so far. 1-2-3 against Fisher.
Yeah, that's right. I just want to catch you guys up on some of the promotions that the Tigers are doing. As we mentioned, on the 29th, Tuesday, they have the Grateful Dead's package there when they are going up against the Diamondbacks. That's, again, Tuesday, the second of that 3-game stretch. We've also got the book club night for the Twins the following Tuesday on the 5th. And then we've got Ferris State University night on Saturday against the Angels on the 9th. That night we will be back here doing the Woodward Tigers live stream, and again the next day, following day, which is Chevy Sunday Kids Day down at Comerica Park.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. The Tigers are always good at that. You have to do something like that in baseball season. It's such a long season, so many games. You got to start giving the fans stuff so they'll show up for different games. And the Tigers are always really good at that. I went to a couple. I got a pretty cool Tigers pullover from one of the games this year, like a raincoat kind of thing. So, yeah, Tigers are good at giving back to the fans. The fans show out. Looks like a sold-out Comerica Park here for a Skubal start on a muggy Saturday afternoon in Detroit.
As we see Scooby-Doo there in the crowd next
That's
to a
pretty
bunch
awesome.
of Detroit Tigers Hawaiian shirts, which was their promotion tonight. As you can see, we've added a ticker here, but we don't have much to put on it.
No.
As we are deadlocked still here in the top of the 8th from Comerica Park, 0-0. Two of the best teams in the majors face off here. And the first pitch from Vest to Loperfido is lined into center field for a hit. Loperfido will reach first without any issues.
Yeah, we know Will Vest throws strikes. He attacks the strike zone with fastballs. Every team knows that, and Loperfido jumped on the first one and lined it right into center field.
So the Blue Jays skip mixing and matching with some pinch hitters here, and this one was successful for them. As George Springer heads up, hitting 1 for 3 on the day. This one smacked up the middle, pass short. This might get the runner to third. No, Loperfido will hold up at second. Will Vest has put the first 2 batters he's faced on as we are in the top of the 8th here. No outs, 2 on, trouble.
2 pitches, 2 singles for the Blue Jays, and yeah, not great start for Will Vest out of the Tigers' pen. Hopefully he can get another ground ball, but this time to a Tigers player.
Baez, a hell of a defenseman there at short, just wasn't able to get that with his outstretched hand. Vest to Vlad Guerrero Jr. This one's going to go in the dirt and get past, and the runners will both advance. So the double play ball is most likely taken out of the equation here for Will Vest. No outs, runners on second and third with the mighty Vlad Guerrero at bat. He's walked once today and he's 1 for 2, and he's carrying one of the hottest bats in the majors right now. Comerica Park, little worried right now. Here's the pitch to him, fastball over the middle.
Yeah,
strike 1.
Needed that. Vladdy was taken all the way. Will Vest cannot do that on that first pitch. That just takes the double play out of the situation.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. 1-1 pitch to Vlad is a low slider for a called ball. 2-1.
Man, meat of the order here for the Blue Jays with a couple ducks on the pond and nobody out.
Yeah, you wish that this was Skubal facing it, but he was pulled before 100 pitches, and that's going to be a third called ball there as Will Vest misses the play with the sinker.
I don't know what you do here. You might have to just take this one on the chin and pitch away from Vladdy. You do not want him doing any damage, and that'll set up the double play as well.
Yeah, Vlad doesn't swing it much outside of the zone.
Wow.
That one, oh boy, and a shot down the right or down the third base line is handled there by McKinstry, and they get that out. That is absolutely huge. That could have been a bases clearing shot right
That
there.
could have been bad. Weak chopper there to
Yeah.
Zach McKinstry, and he made another great play. That is put another one in the hat of Zach McKinstry at the hot corner tonight.
Yeah, McKinstry's been on. Rogers has been on. The defense has been great so far. And we are deadlocked 0-0. Let's see if Will Vest can keep some runs off here in the top of the 8th. First pitch, fastball, sinker, down the middle, 95 mile per hour. Hell of a pitch to start things off with Bo Bichette.
Yeah, right down the middle there. Good to get in front of Bo Bichette. Dangerous hitter. Now Vest can try to pick him apart with the slider.
Bichette with the 0-1
Whoa.
pitch. Nearly gets hit there.
Second time that's happened to Bichette today.
Very close. Very close. But
He
that
crowds the plate, man. He gets up in there, and he crowds the plate. So running inside like that, it's going to get close.
Yeah, Will letting him know that's my plate.
Exactly.
That will even
Maz
things
loves
up.
that.
Yeah, he does.
Hit him.
Shout out to the legend Maz. You can catch him in the mornings with Sean Belizean. 1-1 pitch here for Vest. Right back to, and he gets past the second baseman. That will bring one in. Might bring in 2. The throw to the plate is offline, and that will
Jesus
allow the
Christ.
runner to advance to second as the ball bounces around. Vest picks it up, and the wheels fall off here in the top of the 8th for your Detroit Tigers as they go down 2-0 with 1 out remaining.
Yeah, that's fuck.
Yeah, not what you wanted to see there. You almost maybe
The
should have
infield
brought
in
Kinley
there.
back in for a minute. He got through that inning pretty easily. Will Vest, supposedly your closer, they bring him in a high leverage situation, and unfortunately has put 2 runs across the plate with only 1 out. Bo Bichette on second.
Gleyber Torres unable to get to that ball, and again, a stupid play by the Detroit Tigers that allows the runner to get the second and takes the double play out of the situation. Just terrible, terrible baseball.
The catcher Heineman takes his first offering foul. 0-1 count here as we see Tommy Nance warming up in the bullpen for the Blue Jays.
Byrne in the Woodward Sports Chat with a super chat. He says, it's like the Monstars came down and stole their talent. Who is this team? Yeah, it has not been great.
Vest with an inside slider that Heineman takes foul. So Vest gets ahead of him, 0-2 in the count here, looking for just the second out of the inning. Tigers looking for something here to help them get out of this inning.
They need a strikeout right here is what you need, because you can't get a ground ball double play because Wencel Perez overthrew home plate and the runner advanced to second. Just Bush League stuff.
95-mile-per-hour fastball from Vest. Heineman is able to just get a little bit of bat on that and stay alive with the 0-2 count. Vest with his 14th pitch of the inning, and that will be the strikeout you asked for, Spenny.
Needed it badly. Right on the black outside there for Will Vest. Painted that one. Great strikeout, but, sorry, I'm not excited. Tigers still down 2-0.
Surprising to see Henneman upset about that call after he has gotten 5 or 6 for his pitcher.
Yeah.
That one definitely painted the edge on the outside of the zone. A proper strike 3 call. First pitch to Barger is going to be fair to first, and the Tigers will get out of the inning, but not before they give up 2. 8 hits to 1, and the runs are 2-0. The Blue Jays lead Game 2 in Comerica Park.
Yeah, 2 pitches, 2 singles right off of the bat. Will Vest coming out of the bullpen. And then you got one of the best hitters in the world in Bo Bichette, and he does what he does. He gets an RBI hit. So
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we just want to remind you guys that we will be back here again tomorrow for the 1 o'clock game, the 3rd game of this series with the Blue Jays. And I'll be joined once again by my partner Spencer Raxter. Spenmo Rax.
Shout out to Motor City 612 in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says can't win with 0 runs regardless of the pitching. Exactly. These Tigers hitters, they need to get their heads out of their asses because this is embarrassing what they've been doing. They made Kevin Gausman look like prime Justin
Kevin
Verlander.
Gausman.
It's what the bats have been absolutely abysmal, and if Scott Harris does not address this team is not doing anything in the playoffs.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But the Super Chat, you guys are doing something today. We appreciate you guys contributing and joining us today. So at the end, we're going to have a prize wheel together. Not only will we read your Super Chats, but one of you will be taking home the Riley Green and Jose Briseño rookie cards.
Shout out.
No doubt about it.
Very cool.
No
Jose
doubt about
Briseño,
it.
awesome. Riley Green, yeah.
Not tonight. But awesome. 25 home runs so far.
Still got time, though. You got 2 innings. You're going to need some magic because you've had, 4 base runners in this game?
Yeah. Yep.
It's tough.
And 8 hits to 1. You hate to see that. And realistically, one of our base runners is only there because of an error.
Yep. Yeah. Only 3 base runners. You had a hit, a walk, and an error. Not going to do a lot with that. The Tigers need to start hitting some fucking baseballs, and they need to do it right now.
Yeah, they certainly do. Listen, tomorrow is another day. This one's not over yet, no. Tiger fans. Still got the bottom of the 8th and the 9th inning to go here from Comerica Park. Tigers are going to need to rough up the newest pitcher that has just entered the game for the Blue Jays, so we'll see if they can change things around here as Wencel Perez takes on the first pitch A curveball high. This one not called for a strike, Spenny.
No. Tommy Nance, obviously not a lot of run for the Blue Jays. Only 3 2/3 innings so far this year. So not a lot of tape for the Tigers to study on Tommy Nance as Wencel Perez grounds out to Bo Bichette.
Slow grounder, and they're going to say he got him. A very slow grounder to Bichette. The throw was just barely on time. I'd like to get another look at this one, though.
Yeah, that was close. Wencel hustling down the line. I do think he got him, though. Bo Bichette is as solid as it comes at shortstop. And shout out to Byrne in the Woodward Sports Chat with a super chat. Oh, I just got mad. He says, what do you even do about the bats this cold? A sauna? An exorcism is what you need at this point.
Yeah, it's a great question. AJ Hinch tried to change things up by moving the order around and see if they could find some inspiration and some heat in their bats from that. Thus far, it has certainly not worked as we watch Baez take a called strike on his first pitch from Nance. Tommy Nance delivers again. This one, another outside slider, which we know and they know that Javi has a hard time laying off of it. He swings and is able to get just a piece, sends it foul. 0-2 in the count here as we see Lee continuing to work out in the bullpen. Chase Lee, probably will see him in the ninth here. And there's one in the ground that he bats at. Javi racing to first, had an opportunity to beat that one out as it passed by the catcher. But again, we're watching Javi swing at stuff that the scouting report has said, hey, throw it low and outside, and this guy, you can strike him out.
Yeah, and he's fallen into his old ways is what we're seeing with Javier Baez now, where he cannot lay off those pitches outside, and it is to the detriment of the Detroit Tigers. It's not just Javi Baez, but he has been looking bad.
Yeah. Blue Jays with a combined one-hit effort over the Tigers thus far with only 2 outs left in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Z-Mac is high, taken for a ball. Would love to see McKinstry battle a little bit here. Realistically, I'm looking at the clock. I'm looking at how far we are into this game, and this game is just flying by because the Tigers' bats can't get it done. We'll see here on the next pitch. Another ball taken by McKinstry. You like to see that.
Yeah, you like to see that. Obviously 2-0 here, 2 outs. Hopefully McKinstry gets a good pitch to hit and he can drive one into a gap. One hit by Kevin Gausman, man. That's embarrassing.
We'll see. And one hit by the rest of the bullpen thus far as well. McKinstry with the 2-0 delivery. This is a slider that he watches in for a strike. 2-1.
That's a good pitch there by Nance. McKinstry still up in the count, obviously. But Tigers getting close. Only 4 outs remaining for them.
Tommy Nance with a power beard here.
Yeah.
Sends one in that will be fouled back. Unfortunately, out of play. McKinstry evens things up at 2-2. Nance is caught back up with him in the count.
Tigers down to the last strike of the 8th inning for them. 2-2 here on McKinstry. Hopefully you can stay alive, keep the chain moving.
Here is that 2-2 pitch from Nance. And it's fouled off down the third baseline, and there's a very happy fan, a young man with the grab there, or a young female actually with the grab there.
Good
awesome,
snag by
awesome
her.
snag by her. Awesome.
Sucks that she has to watch these Tigers bat, but at least she got a baseball out of it.
No doubt about it. McKinstry with a 2-2 pitch, and he watches a nasty curveball start at the top of the zone and end at the bottom outside corner. Hell of a pitch from Tommy Nance to get the Blue Jays out of the 8th. Tigers trail 2-0 from Comerica Park. Game 2 of the series. They dumped the first game last night, and they are down to their final 3 outs to try and even this series up, Spenny.
This lineup is bad. They need some energy from somebody. They need somebody to step up and to make a big hit. This is embarrassing. Your ace goes out there and gives you 6 scoreless innings, and you make Kevin Gausman look like the better pitcher on the day. It's embarrassing stuff from the Tigers. It really is. Like, at some point, these hitters got to look at themselves and wake the fuck up, because they are looking like the worst lineup in baseball since the All-Star break.
And just to catch you guys up, no scoring through the first 7 innings. Once Skubal came out of the game, we saw Tommy Kahnle come through and have a scoreless 7th, but then in the top of the 8th, Will Vest ran into some trouble, loaded up the bases, and allowed 2 of them to come through. Obviously, some pass balls led to some problems there.
Just bad plays. You had the wild pitch by Will Vest. You had the overthrow by Wenzel Perez. You had a couple balls that maybe could have been made. When you look at the interior defense, I'm not going to put that on Javier Glaber because those were singles. They found holes. So, but you have to control the things that you can control, and overthrowing home plate or having a wild pitch to take away opportunities at double plays is shit you can't do, especially when your bats can't do anything.
Yeah. They didn't lead to any runs, but 3 uncharacteristic walks for Tarik Skubal. Tigers have only drawn 1 today. That was Colt Keith. They did reach base off of an error by Addison Barger, but only 1 hit on the day. Blue Jays with 9 hits as we watch Ernie Clement come to the plate here to face off against Chase Lee, who's just headed out from the bullpen here in the top of the 9th. Tigers again trail 2-0 on their home turf in the middle of a 5-game slide. They're lost 11 of their last 12 and on their way to 12 of their last 13 unless they can get something done here. First pitch is outside, but a called strike. You'd like to see that from Blue, as he hasn't really been on our side much today.
Yeah, no, he's been all over the place. Tigers get one there. Chase Lee gets one there.
Chase Lee with another sweeper that ends up just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
Well outside for ball 1 here, even in the count at 1-1. The side armor delivers, and it's shot over the second baseman's head for a single. Little seeing-eye single there to the center fielder, Matt Vierling. No outs, 1 on, not the way you want to see him start the 9th here.
No, you can't allow any runs in this inning if you're Chase Lee, because two-run lead is already –
it's a tall order for these bats right now.
It is. Asking them to score 2 runs is like asking me to run a 5-minute mile right now. These Tigers are not doing well, and you cannot allow this lead to get any bigger than it already is.
Yeah, and as we get a chance to see a little timeout called there from Nathan Lukes, stepping out of the batter's box as he comes back in here. 0 for 1 with a fly out in the 7th. Pinch hit in the 7th. This is the second time around. And the outside sweeper just misses for Lee. Lukes takes, and it's a 1-0 count.
Oh, man. We need something to happen here. Chase Lee's got to get out of this inning as fast as he can.
The 1-0 pitch from Lee across the plate, and kind of foul that one off. Count evens up at 1-1 here. Tigers, when we come back in the 9th, we'll have Rogers, Torres, and Green up to the plate in the bottom of the 9th with a chance to hopefully get back into this ball game here as we see a pitch smash deep right field. This one might be gone, and the Blue Jays have put 2 more on the board, taking the lead in Detroit 4-0. The hottest team in baseball continues the heat, Spencer.
Yeah, and surprise, Tigers bullpen allowing the Blue Jays to get off to a lead 4-0 here. Chase Lee throws a sweeper that just doesn't do anything, just spinning at the top of the zone. And if you throw that type of pitch to a Major League Baseball player, you're not going to see it. That's a bad pitch, hanging breaking ball that just didn't do anything, and now it's in the seats.
Yeah, Nathan Lukes, not the guy you want to give that up to. Only has 6 home runs on the season. He has 7 in his career. Make that 8.
Yeah, even though great play there by Zach McKinstry to get the out.
Jimenez out there for the first one.
Even though he's, like you said, he doesn't hit home runs. He's not a home run hitter. He is a Major League Baseball player. And if you throw somebody – 90-mile-per-hour pitch that's spinning at the top of the zone, they're going to hit it far, far away.
Yep, that's why they call them the major leagues. As we get a chance to see Jeff Hoffman, the closer, warming up in the bullpen, even with the 4-run lead here, as Lee did get an out there, but he will face Loper Fido, who was a big part of the rally in the 8th inning. He's 1 for 1 on the day, scored with off that single And he's 5 for 9 in this series as he smashes one foul down the left field line.
Yep, 0-2 here. Chase Lee hopefully can get a quick out. Tigers down 4-0, and they have 3 outs left.
Yeah, it seems as though the air has been taken out of Comerica Park at this point. Tigers still with a chance, but Lee's going to need to get out of this inning. Great looking sweeper right there for the strikeout. That one had a hell of a lot of movement. Seemed like it started low, went high, was outside, and then somehow came back in the bottom right corner of the plate. Great pitch by Lee, but the damage has already been done here. 4-0 is the score with 1 out left in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great pitch by Chase Lee to get the strikeout there, but like you said, the damage is already done. 4-0 here with the Tigers bats. It's an insurmountable lead, it feels like.
Rogers tried to frame that sweeper outside as a strike, but Blue wasn't falling for it. Count is 1-0. Lee trying to get out of this inning as one smack to right field. This one is going to get down off the wall. That's a home run?
Yeah, it is a home run.
It is a home run above the yellow line. So Lee comes in and gives up 3 runs just like that off of 2 home runs. George Springer was celebrating when he got his first hit, and now he's celebrating off of his home run. Blue Jays take a 5-0 lead here in the top of the 9th as the wheels start to come off for the Detroit Tigers.
Yep, Burn in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says, Super Chat, he says, not going to lie, I'd be booing my ass off. I agree. Our guy Nick Kohloff, Tailgate Wins, he says, Comerica Park has been taken over by Toronto Blue Jays fans. Video loading, but don't break your devices. Chase Lee comes in, gives up 2 bombs, and it's 5-0.
Well, we'll have that video for you shortly, but we're still here in the top of the 9th as Vlad fouls off his first pitch, and another one. Oh, this one almost hit Vlad, nearly fell down.
Yeah.
Nearly fell down, had to take a few steps back on that one.
We got Bring Kenta Back by Steve in the chat. Honestly, I mean, Kenta Maeda wasn't any worse than what we're seeing out there pretty much every day from the Tigers bullpen.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like one trade is going to do it at this point for this team. There's a lot of holes that we're seeing right now, and that is another hole with a terrible pitch by Lee there, well outside, not able to be handled by Rogers, but fortunately this time no one was on base.
No men on base there, so it doesn't hurt you, but that's just something you don't want to see out of your bullpen. And
Chase Lee has been hit around this inning as they kind of move the order of the way they brought these gentlemen in for relief in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. And it worked in the 7th with Tommy Canely, but it has not worked out with Vest in the 8th or Lee here in the 9th. 3-1 pitch to Guerrero is low, but they give him the strike, and that is going to put things at 3-2, full count for Guerrero. He was halfway to first base.
Yeah, Vladdy not happy with that one. That was a gift by Blue there. Hopefully Chase Lee can get the strikeout, but Vladdy thought he had a walk.
And he should have had the walk. That one definitely missed the zone, but Blue wants to make even things up when it doesn't matter as much.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. And this is a huge, huge crushing shot from Vlad. That'll head out of the park. An inside fastball, and the righty took it for an absolute ride for his 14th home run of the season. He's got him in back-to-back games.
I mean, thanks, Blue. What the fuck? I'd rather have the walk, dude. Jesus Christ. Fucking.
We'll bring a little bit of humor to your day, Tiger fans.
Chase Lee comes in, gives up 3 bombs. Tigers down 6-0.
That was a low pitch that rose up towards the end there, and I think everybody there knew it was gone except for Vlad.
Yeah.
Vlad hung out for a minute making sure it was gone.
Yeah, you wait to watch that one.
Yep. And Lee will remain. First pitch strike to Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette 2 for 3 today. Vlad has been all over the bases today. Batman and Robin for the Blue Jays, they have come through yet again tonight at Comerica Park as we watch a second pitch ball even up the count at 1-1.
Chris Ilitch needs to tell Scott Harris he can do whatever he wants, because this team, if they don't make some serious changes, they're not doing anything in the playoffs at all.
Yeah, as Bichette takes another ball outside. Count
Lunchbox
goes to
says
2-1.
being one hit is insane. It is, especially against Kevin Gausman.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Saturdays have not been a great day as we watch Bo Bichette pop one out, which will finish the top of the ninth. Tigers down 6-0 as they came into the ninth, only down 2. Now they face a 6-run lead, 12 hits to 1.
Yeah.
Blue Jays really putting it on the Tigers in Detroit.
We thought that a 2-run lead in the ninth would have been an insurmountable task for this Tigers offense. 6-run lead, you might as well just hang it up. That's just a bad outing, bad appearance by Chase Lee, just throwing meatballs up there. And the Blue Jays are the hottest lineup in baseball, and they didn't miss. 3 bombs given up by Chase Lee. Throwing balls, spinning balls like that to guys like George Springer and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is just unacceptable by any pitcher. Chase Lee with a bad performance. The Tigers offense with an even worse performance. Like you said, 1 hit. Jesus Christ, boys. What are we doing?
Yeah, and just to give you a little bit of clarification, tomorrow's game does start at 1:40, so we'll be kicking things off here at the Woodward Tigers live stream at 1:30 tomorrow. So you want to make sure that you're there tomorrow to join us. Hopefully, as we cheer this team on to a victory, maybe they can salvage 1 game on this homestand against the Blue Jays.
I hope so. Who's on the Flaherty on the mound tomorrow? I'd assume. Shit. This is tough. We need good Jack tomorrow if it is Jack Flaherty that's on the mound. Man, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of lost for words.
Well, we'll let the chat do the talking for you guys. Once again, remember those super chats we will read live on the air for you. And then at the end of the broadcast, we will be running that prize wheel. So if you super chat, you're going to get a name or a slot on that wheel. When we spin it, one of you guys is going to be taking home this Riley Green rookie card and the Jose Briseño rookie card. 2 awesome Tiger keepsakes for you. We'll send that out in the mail to you this coming week. But we head into the bottom of the ninth here from Comerica Park. Game 2 of the 3-game set with the best team in baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays, who have been on an absolute tear. And that tear did not stop when they came to Detroit. They lit us up last night, and they're in the middle of lighting us up again to the tune of 6-0 with only 1 hit for the Tigers thus far as Jake Rogers comes to the plate, takes a high sinker, should have been a strike, but they give him the ball.
Yep, there's a ball there for Jake Rogers. Good eye, kid. This is embarrassing.
He's been the best bat for us today. He's been the only hit for the day.
There you go.
And he smokes one over the third baseman's head. And that'll be the 2nd hit for the Tigers, the 2nd hit for Jake Rogers on the day. And the rally caps start to come out.
There you go.
At Comerica Park. Let's get up for these guys, Tiger fans. Even if they can't get back into this one, I'd love to see a damn run, Spenny.
So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, Jake Rogers with the only offense for the Detroit Tigers in this one, 2 singles. Hopefully... What do they got Bizarro Flaherty. Yeah, they got Bizarro Flaherty warming up in their bullpen.
Oh, Bizarro Flaherty, I like that.
Strike there by Gleyber Torres. He wanted to pull the trigger, but he just couldn't.
Yeah, it looked like almost checked a swing on a low pitch there. Could have been a ball, but he gets the check swing for the first call strike there. Torres, second pitch is outside, and that one was way off the plate. But somehow Blue says that's a strike. I mean, that was many inches off the plate.
That's just a miserable call. Like, you cannot make that call.
Yeah. Torres facing the 0-2 pitch from Nance here in the dirt. Gets his first walk with the missing curveball there. Nance has been pretty solid coming in for them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looked pretty good. I mean, I don't know if he's looked good or the Tigers hitters are just dog shit. I mean, I think it's a little bit of both.
It's a lot of the form or the latter.
But hopefully Gleyber can keep the chains moving, and as he bounces another one, that'll nope. Wow, great play.
Great play by the stumbling Alejandro Kirk there. Looked like he was going to fall, and Rogers would be able to take second there, but Kirk keeps the ball in front of him as the count goes to 2-2 on a missed ball there. Torres would love to draw the walk here and get 2 runners on for Riley Green, who would be stepping up at number right afterwards. This could be the beginning of a rally if Torres can reach. 2-2 pitch. Misses outside.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to have to be a hell of a rally, obviously down 6-0 here, but nothing is impossible. It's not crazy for a team to score 6 runs in an inning, or 7 runs, hopefully, but with the way the Tigers' bats are going, it's kind of crazy.
Tigers youngsters starting to get a little rowdy.
Poor
They'd love to
kids.
see at least 1 run. Yeah, poor kids. Torres with the 3-2 pitch. And he smacks this one. Is this going to get down? Center fielder on his horse is able to make the play at center field, which chases Rogers back to first. Boy, it would have been beautiful to see that ball get down.
That would have been nice to find a gap there. Would have scored Rogers from first, but unfortunately a great play by the center fielder. Gleyber Torres, some more warning track power for the Detroit Tigers.
Yep.
Not even warning track.
When he did spotlight Gleyber today, it would have been real timely to see him get that extra base hit there, but he just couldn't quite get it over the center fielder's head there. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change here, and it'll be Bizarro Fluharty.
Yeah, let's see. Fake Flaherty coming in for the Blue Jays. Riley Green going to be up to the plate with Jake Rogers on first base, and 1 out for the Detroit Tigers. They're down to their last 2 outs, down 6-0 to the Blue Jays in this game. And this has been a brutal watch. You spoiled Skubal. He had a great start, 6 scoreless. Vest comes in, only gives up 2. And then, obviously, Chase Lee gets 3 bombs roped off of him. But the story of the day is the Tigers' offense. 2 hits so far, both coming from Jake Rogers.
Yeah, and you mentioned it earlier. They made Kevin Gausman and every other pitcher out there today look spectacular. But we do want to hear from you guys. Are you scared? Are you flipping out? Is this cause for serious concern? Super chat us. We'll read it out. We'll be talking about that once this game is finished, assuming that the Tigers can't claw their way back into this game. But once again, we got some awesome rookie cards to send home for you. So tonight won't be a complete loss, again, if these Tigers can't get back into it.
Yeah, hopefully. This is just embarrassing baseball. It's guys can go cold, whatever. Bats get cold for sure. They don't look locked in at the plate. They're swinging at bad pitches, and they're making stupid mistakes in the field. We saw it today a couple times with Wenzel overthrowing home plate with the wild pitch by Will Vest. These are mistakes that you can't make when you are trying to carry a team's offense that is brutally, brutally cold. This team is... They look like the worst team in the MLB since the All-Star break.
Certainly. And in fact, they have been the worst team in MLB since the All-Star break, and even going back a little bit before that, not only from a wins and loss perspective, but their hitting and their pitching, they are the worst. They are the bottom in all the major stat categories for hitting and for pitching.
Yeah, we need something here. Riley Green up to bat. We'll see if he can make some magic happen in the 9th.
Yep. First pitch from Fluharty is a cutter. Gets by Riley Green, but Jake Rogers somehow ended up on second base there. They must have just conceded it.
Yeah, they're letting him steal. It doesn't matter.
Fluharty with a very strange windup and delivery there. That one barely grabbed by Alejandro Kirk, but they let Rogers go to third, and they're just letting the catch skip around the bags right now.
Scampering around.
His first 2 steal game of his life, I would imagine.
Probably. I can't think that he has too many more of those.
The 1-1 pitch with 1 out to Riley Green is going to be fouled off. 1-2 is the count.
Yeah, Riley Green desperately needs a big hit here for his confidence. This game's over, but hopefully he can maybe get a hit in RBI here to get some momentum.
1-2 pitch from Fluharty is high. Green takes it, evens the count at 2-2. Kind of like seeing that.
Yeah, it's a good take there by Riley Green. Work the count back even.
He's trying to swing for the fences and get a couple of runs on the board, so seeing him take one is nice. This one he shoots to second. That will bring in a run. So the Tigers get on the board as Rogers stole second and third base. And, I'll just say it. He basically stole home there as the Blue Jays obviously conceded that run.
Yeah, they weren't worried about Jake Rogers. It's a 6-1 game. Riley Green bounces out too, which would have been a double play if they didn't allow Jake Rogers to just run the bases wild. But 1-0 here on Spencer Torkelson.
Yeah, Torkelson takes a sweeper for the first call ball there. 2 out, bottom of the ninth. We are in Detroit here. Game 2 against the series with MLB leading Toronto Blue Jays. They took the first game. They're up 6-1 here as a beautiful, beautiful pitch from Flaharty hits the bottom corner of the strike zone on the inside, evening the count at 1-1.
Yeah, he hit a garbage time home run last night. Maybe he can do it again today. This is tough.
Tigers get kind of a fake run here in the bottom of the ninth as Torque fouls one off. They do get on the board barely with 1 run here, and honestly, it's kind of hard to count that run, Spenny.
Yeah, no, you don't count that run. That is a nothing burger. They allowed Jake Rogers to steal both bags, and then they ground it out. And now Torkelson
takes one high there, and it's 2-2. Torkelson 0 for 3 on the day, but has looked decent. He's been taking more pitches than I normally see him. It just really hasn't worked for any of the bats all day, unless your name's Jake Rogers.
Yeah, Jake Rogers, the only 2 hits of the Tigers' afternoon. Torkelson looking to go 0-4 here if he strikes out. This is just, like I said, this is embarrassing. Detroit Tigers hitters should be embarrassed by themselves. Jake Rogers is the only guy that could get any hits. Come on. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Torque hacks it, foul.
And he's been battling, staying alive here.
And we will have Nick V-mixing in.
Yes, sir.
Nick Kohloff. He'll be V-mixing in from Comerica Park after this one finishes.
Yeah, we'll have a live report from our Tigers insider immediately following the game, and we'll break down a little bit too along with you guys in the chat. So feel free to send us your super chats now as Torkelson takes another huge rip, sending that one foul. 2-2, bottom of the ninth here. Tiger fans would love to just see a little glimmer of hope that they can take with them into tomorrow's 140 game.
Yeah, that's all this is about now, is trying to build some momentum for tomorrow. But unfortunately, Spencer Torkelson strikes out there to end the game.
And he does. Gets it past him, Flaharty with the strikeout to finish that one. 6-1 is your final from Comerica Park as the Blue Jays take Game 2 of the weekend series. Tigers will have to take a look at what happens in the second game of the doubleheader between Kansas City and the Guardians to see if they lose yet another game of their lead that once sat at 15. It's now at 8, but it could fall, actually 7.5 now. So we'll see what the Guardians are able to do. Hopefully they dump their second game of the doubleheader today.
Yeah, just an embarrassing performance by the Tigers bats. It's not something that you can continue to do if you want to hold on to that lead in the American League Central. You cannot just continue to be this abysmal at the plate, and the bullpen continues to struggle. Is Nick on?
Yeah.
Okay, we got Nick Kohloff, the Detroit Tigers.
Your thoughts on the
beat
city of Detroit so far?
Coming from
I love Detroit Rock City.
Here,
I love Kiss. They sing
Fellas.
about it. I love Bob Seger.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got a V-mix playing behind
I
it.
also love
Here real
Kid
quick.
Rock.
Hold on a moment. We got just a second of
It's not
technical
like no
difficulty,
actual
but Nick, what was the feeling there?
It's not no actual lyrics.
What was the feeling there at Copa? We got them live still? Okay, just 1 second, guys. We're going to get our Tigers insider Nick Kohloff live report from Comerica Park. Big shout out to him for sending us those in-game clips, a little bit of the pregame stuff, and giving us a feel for where Tigers fans are right now, because I know there's a lot of frustration, a lot of worry, and with Skubal on the mound, you thought that you had the stopper, like we did last Sunday, to stop the bleeding and get that W.
Yeah, it really feels like we were at, Greektown Casino, and we put all of the chips in for this game to end the losing streak and to end this skid that the Tigers have been on. And the dealer slipped blackjack on you right there. And this team continuously, not being able to hit has really taken over, the vibe in the clubhouse. I mean, they didn't look right out there. Skubal tried everything he could do to give this team its best today and give these fans what they truly expected, and that was the Detroit Tigers' victory today. But these bats didn't show up, and, excuses are wearing thin right now for this Detroit Tigers team, who have now dropped 12 of 13, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and Nick, you're down there, obviously, boots on the ground. Kevin Gausman looked like prime Max Scherzer for the Blue Jays today, striking out 10, just absolutely dominating these Tigers bats. Was it more about what Kevin Gausman did or what the Tigers weren't able to do?
Yeah, it's all about, to me, the swing and miss, that Kevin Gausman was able to produce for going up against this Tiger team who literally cannot make contact with the ball. Yeah. They can't hit the ball. They forgot how to. I don't know what is going on with this Tiger team. I don't know what they were doing at the All-Star break, but I got to say it might have involved a whole lot of golf, because what happened to their baseball swings here, fellas? I am in shock. And I have one person right now that I want to ask a question to. And his name is Scott Harris. Do you want to make a move? Because this team desperately needs a punch in their lineup. And they need the best punch available on the market. His name's Eugenio Suarez. He plays third base for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I know you don't want to give up any top prospects, but you're at the point where this season looks like it's running away, or it's slipping away rather quickly.
Yeah, it seems like we're on the exact opposite end of the miraculous run that we made last year. We've primed ourselves to have that happen to us now, where we'd be looking out on the playoffs in the last week of the season.
One more time, Anson. Sorry about that.
Are you worried about the Tigers blowing this division lead that they've had? It's dwindling now. If Cleveland
honestly, the way they're playing, yes. Yes, the way that they are playing, I currently am. I mean, I know the odds aren't going to say that because it's like more likely that would happen last year than this year of this team not making the playoffs than the unbelievable run the Tigers went on last year. But, I mean, currently, yes, until this team makes a significant upgrade, I don't see this team turning it around magically. I think it has to come from elsewhere. And, I mean, they do need Kerry Carpenter back internally. I will say that. But, I mean, yes, I currently am. This team is in such a bad skid. I can't see, the light at the end of the tunnel currently. The light was supposed to be Tarik Skubal today, and the boys let him down. As you said earlier in the broadcast, Spenny, let him down while his wife is about to give birth.
Yeah.
That's how you know the boys really aren't firing.
Nick, we got a chance to see Tommy Kahnle tonight, and I think there was a collective gasp by all of us when we saw his number get called. But he came out and looked good. Is there a little bit of a silver lining to this game in the fact that we got to see a clean outing from Tommy?
Anson, I try to like the positive spin there, but I will say no, because Will Vest gave up the 2 runs.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be your dog. That's supposed to be your anchor. So, no, I don't think there is a silver lining in the bullpen. They still need bullpen help. They still need a bat. And, honestly, they need multiple, arms in the back end of that bullpen. But it was good to see Tommy Kahnle not throw up, 5 runs like Chase Lee did? 4 runs?
3 home runs allowed by Chase Lee.
Vlad one.
The Vlad that was a moonshot.
Yeah.
And you look, AJ Hinch tried to make changes. He moved the lineup around. He had Riley Green in the 2-hole. He moved the way that they used their bullpen arms with having Kahnle, then Vest, then Chase Lee. Neither of those worked. Is he running out of options to try to spice up this lineup?
Yeah, at some point the players got to play. I mean, that's where I'm at with this team right now. AJ is notoriously known as one of the best managers in baseball. I'm not blaming AJ for all of this at all. I'm blaming the players I do blame him for maybe not getting a message across. I don't know if he has had that message yet. I'm going to have to do some digging. I need to see a moment like Brad Pitt in the Oakland Athletics clubhouse in the movie Moneyball when he smashes all the bats over and he goes, boom. That's what losing sounds like, and it's dead silent. You need something like that out of AJ Hinch in this Tigers clubhouse because the message is not coming across, whatever that message may be.
No doubt about it. Well, Detroit Camera, if we're going to lighten things up a little bit, he would like to know and have you talk about how many beers and dogs you consumed at the game today.
You put down any glizzies?
I put down one glizzy today. Put down a roast beef sandwich, a slice of Little Caesars, and a vanilla ice cream cup. But I will say, after all of this losing, a cold beer might be calling the name, or a White Claw, or a Sun Cruiser, whichever one of you're choosing.
There you go. There you go.
I feel that.
Yeah. It's gonna be expensive beer at Comerica Park. Nick, how are the fans feeling? Like, obviously, nobody can be walking out of there with a smile unless you're wearing Blue Jays gear.
Talking to the fans earlier, all of them seemed like a little more upbeat than I would have liked to see, to be quite frank. But, I mean, I'm not going to tell fans how to feel, even though I just did. But, no, I mean, I live and die by every pitch. You guys know this. That's why this is the dream job for me. I love the Detroit Tigers. I love baseball. And this is a very sad time right now, but the fans seemed a little delusional when I was walking around earlier getting some of those interviews for you guys.
Yeah.
Saturday night at the ballpark is a good time for many, but for the devoted Detroit Tigers fans, it was not a good one. Shout out to Jake Rogers for at least getting a couple of hits on the board, but shout out to Nick Kohloff, our Woodward Tigers insider. He'll be back down at the game tomorrow. We'll be breaking in live with him. He'll get us some feels from the stadium beforehand, and of course we'll link up with him at the end of the game to hopefully discuss a Tigers victory.
And Nick, before we let you get out of here, what do the Tigers have to do tomorrow to avoid the sweep from the Toronto Blue Jays, to make sure they get some momentum back and try to win that game? How can the Tigers get out of this hole?
I'm pulling out all of the tricks, fellas. Black magic, dark magic, whatever you want to call it here. They got to do some seance, some rituals in the clubhouse. Honestly, I don't know, boys. I do not know. They need to find out how to hit the ball. The Blue Jays will score runs on Jack Flaherty. I promise you that. They will. They're putting up at least 4 tomorrow. Tigers got to come out and score 5 runs, or else they're not going to win the game. They're going to get swept and lose their 7th game in a row.
Yeah. It is very bad to steal Joe Boo's rum.
Yes, we need Joe Boo.
Fellas, great show as always, and can't wait to be back on it tomorrow.
We'll talk to you
Thanks,
tomorrow.
Nick. Appreciate
Thank you so
brother.
much, bud. Appreciate you.
Yep.
And chat, we appreciate you guys big time as well. We're not going to keep you much longer because we don't have much to celebrate. So let's just go ahead and get this wheel. We didn't have any more.
I did not see any more.
Okay,
no.
so I got Burn in here 4 times and Motor City 1 time. I'm going to go ahead and spin this bad boy. We'll see who's taking home the Briseño and Riley Green rookie card. And it looks like it's going to be Burn.
Shout out Burn.
Burn, we appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Once again, tomorrow we'll be starting up at 1:30. First pitch is right around 1:40. I'll be joined by the legend, the heavyweight, the man known as Spencer Raxter, Spenmo Rax. I had a great time calling the game with you tonight, my friend.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Shout out to you. Shout out to our guy Birdie for making things happen. Shout
Appreciate
out
you.
to Nick as well. And it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. Unfortunately, the Tigers did not let us have any more fun.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, listen, make sure that you guys stay safe out there. Have fun. If you're at the game, make sure you get home safe. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Want to shout out and say thank you again to Birdie, for my man Spencer, myself, Anson Wells. We appreciate you guys, and we look forward to having you again tomorrow for the Woodward Tigers live stream.
Peace.